And with that, the Auroraverse returns with the likes of a new D&D session. Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Today, my name is SenseiSuplex, and today I am out of focus completely. Hiya! How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are ready for an awesome and epic D&D stream, as it's going to be a fun one. We have the likes of the Descent into the Dunes with the Desert campaign featuring your one and only, the Descent. That's going to be an awesome time, so make sure you guys are ready for all that craziness as we're streaming over on YouTube and Twitch. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, make sure to follow the video, or make sure to follow the channel, and also make sure to like the video over on YouTube. Do we have any announcements for the likes of this game? No. Just a special shout out to all the people who were able to tune into the stream earlier today, as we were just sort of hanging out, talking to chat, and talking about all the sort of professional DMing sort of stuff. Like, hey, if you want to be a professional DM, then hey, this is what you kind of gotta be ready for, and more. We're actually really close to hitting 2,100 followers, so it would be appreciated if you actually go hit the follow button, or maybe invite a couple other people into the stream, and maybe see if they want to hit the follow button, as we're going to be having a great old time. Make sure that you remember you guys can actually affect the sessions in real time by using !interact, by either giving out inspiration points, giving out the likes of, health potions, being able to affect the weather, and more. So just check out !interact, and you guys can find a bunch of mini games and ways to affect the session. All right. Besides that, let's get started with everything. Let's swap on over to the players. Oh, we're also going to be down a quaint cat for a couple of minutes. They're going to be joining on in halfway through the session, so just keep that in mind for everything. All right. We're going to do this. Oh no. The follower goal is messed up. Ah, dang it. All right, I'll fix this later. That's fine. Okay, let's unmute and let's see what these guys are talking about.
Yeah.
Yo.
I mean,
Are you level
with
two?
with the new subclass, I could survive all that damage combined with a second
Okay.
wind.
Nice.
Assuming
better.
it wasn't one tick of damage, it was like 2 turns, easy survive.
Nice.
Oh crap!
Also,
I
hello.
accidentally did that. Whoops!
Oh.
I forgot to do one thing with the or one thing on the back end of stuff. It's fine. It won't mean anything. But let me just go update this thing. It was just the follower count. I'm off to the side. We're gonna just hiya! Bam. Alrighty. Everybody's loaded into Foundry and everything, right?
CC.
Duh.
Awesome. Alrighty. If everybody's good to go, let me hit that cool, wacky little press play button over with Bardbot, and let's begin. Give me 2 seconds, so I gotta go make sure that everything is right. Bam, bam,
I want
bam.
Bardbot to love me.
Bardbot is incapable of love. They are a very, very terrible bot, but they do their best.
They're
I'm deeply
they're
wounded
interested
by
in
this
someone else.
revelation.
All right, let's do this.
I might cry.
Everyone, figure it all. Gather around the table, and let me tell you all a Voden fable. To gather around for the tale of these survivors. For this, my friends, this is the fable of a looming corruption. And this is the infamous tale of the descent into the dunes. Our heroes would reconvene after waking from a long-needed slumber. Looking to accomplish a couple of things, they'd seek to look for resources, as well as a means to pulling themselves with a bit of transportation throughout the likes of this hot hell known as the Forbidden Expanse. Upon looking for creatures to be able to do so, Valia, our reborn warlock, would be able to spot a couple of prehistoric beasts that seemed to be in need of assistance. However, the individuals would be surrounded by the likes of several Kruthiks, monstrous individuals all consumed in the corruption. All would rush to their assistance, but Zephyr, our panda paladin, would stay behind along with Atlas. A fierce battle would occur, and as they'd strike down each of these enemies, with all the power that they could muster, the Descent would remain victorious. With their enemy's eventual demise, they'd speak to the dinosaurs through magical and Eldritch means, able to convince them to return a favor in pulling their sand sled. They'd join the likes of the Descent, given that they could feed the animals in time. As the heroes return, however, the moon falls as nightfall begins to arrive. But as it did so, our heroes would begin to notice a strange tower afar in the direction of the Kindred Spirits' home. What this all means, well, we'll have to see in session 22 of Soulbound, Descent into the Dunes. And that, my friends, it's time to pick back up exactly where we left off. Let me swap scenes and let's get back to it. Let me explain. Oh, nope, that's Secrets in the Sands. The Ascent. And we're gonna move that. And there we go. Alright, everybody should be loading on in. There we go. So, as we return back towards the likes of our heroes, we find them as they would be just brief or just basically arriving back to the likes of Zephyr and Atlas. Now, granted, you see as a couple of these Triceratops, the individuals that you rescued, they're a little bit lagging behind, but they're arriving as they're more so injured and wounded from the likes of the corruption and the sort of, how you say, the mental toll as well as the physical toll was definitely a taxing one at that. They're still trucking along. They eventually will arrive, but as I grab their tokens from the other map, you guys all look over and amongst each other. With that, you see as Zephyr and Atlas are sort of conversing, and they seem to have gotten the last the bits and beginnings of the sort of sand sled working together, or working in a little bit of functionality. With that, Navro, Myra, Ingot, you all return, but Zephyr, what would you say and do as you notice as each and every one of your allies begins to return?
Game's paused.
I got you, thank you. That's another
I'm
bingo.
guessing I see the Triceratops in tow.
Yeah.
Well, definitely brought back a bounty.
A couple of new friends, you could say that, yes. And they're ready and willing to help us.
Oh, I gotta go.
That'd be good.
As
try and
well,
measure-
just for the DM, I can't move Navro around for some reason. It just gives me the box.
I remember why. Okay, I haven't done it for this group. I did it for Seven Souls and the other ones, because that's when it broke. Don't worry, it's all good. I just have to give you guys permissions. Remember when Foundry broke and everything, and I had to reset stuff? I didn't give you guys your permissions yet. That's why.
Fucked up. How dare you?
So give me like 30 seconds, and I got you.
Okay.
How's construction going on our little sled?
It's going well. I'll be able to adapt it to these two. And Ingot, if they're not opposed.
I think primarily it might be Ingot pushing, or pulling, with them in tow. But good to have them nonetheless.
It would be good. Our rations are running low recently. I don't know how long we'll go without food at this rate, so we might need to keep that in mind a little bit.
Speaking
So
of
for the
which,
Triceratops.
yeah, I was gonna say a couple of you individuals, some of you, I won't name who, will begin to look at the meteor Triceratops, but also looking at your sort of rations and supplies. You guys seem to be exhausted to, at least in the sense of starvation. You guys are, though you have the water, you don't necessarily have the food. With that, Zephyr, Ingot, I do need you to make Constitution saving throws. We're gonna also make one for Atlas as well, as he's gonna start starving.
Hog.
Valia.
Look up at him.
Are your birds still active? I don't know if I have permissions yet. I can't
Not
seem
yet.
to roll it.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm working on it. I'm getting Navro's set up. If you want, you can just roll a d20 and we can go from there.
Okay, it'll be plus 4. What did Valia reply with?
I do not.
Damn.
I'm not sure. Also, missing Jason.
I got you. Don't worry. Actually, Jason's right here. What are you talking about? Nah, I got his actual token. Don't worry. But yeah.
They should be, because I remember one of them was bringing me a newt.
Yeah,
yeah.
they do have the newt. Or you still have the newt in general, but I mean it's kind of like, I mean it's not really pointless, but it's They do have the newt. Hold on, I got you that a little bit.
Load of feedback from you, Cass.
Sorry, so sorry. Okay.
How dare you?
Fabio gets a glance at technology one time. The own people. Alright, Zephyr is gonna be you. Go ahead.
Can I join Ken's, or is that gonna mess up everything?
Yeah, go crazy, go stupid. I'm fixing up everything anyways. Cause I had to fix up the one thingy with permissions. So everybody should have permissions. I'm working on limbits now. Alright, everybody should be able to move their stuff. Let me know if you can't move anything.
I come.
Okay, I can move stuff. Pete, can you move stuff? Same thing with you.
Yes, I can.
Alright, what about you, Folia? Perfect.
I can't move my minions, but...
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna give you permissions for that in a minute, but also, let me see if I got this. Hiya! Jason, new art. Not really, it's just the Hero Force thing that you made. I found this randomly. I was like, wait, why didn't Limbit ever just send this to me? You might have, but it might have got lost. I was like, we can just use Jason's like Hero Forge art. Duh.
So Sensei,
Mhm.
is Thalia's bird still up?
They would be up. They didn't die or anything like that. And they last for a
Not that I'm
decent
aware
bit.
of.
Yeah, so
An
they should be still up.
Are they concentration?
Oh yeah, if they're constant. I think they are concentration. So you probably broke concentration from that last battle for sure.
Oh, then probably. Yeah, no, they're not.
I mean, you could just resummon them. So, choice is yours.
If they're not active, it might be good to scout for some easy food. Something not life-threatening.
What, before we do, what rations do we have remaining? Consider that we do have water. We could, if we have any resources, create a broth that could satiate hunger at least somewhat. It wouldn't fill stomachs, but it would be nutritious to some degree.
Me has idea.
They say you're not thinking mushroom soup.
No. Ingot wants to cast Speak with Plants, and ask the plants if there's anything edible nearby.
You got it. As you begin to do so, Ingot, you begin to bound yourself to the likes of the earth and more. As you begin to become a singular stalk of a mushroom for a minute, you converse, you commune, the likes of nearby plants. As you do so, your vision begins to go completely dark, and it's... you would look around and you would see just a single plant. They don't have faces. They just look like a fucking plant in this strange, dark room. If you ever watch Stranger Things, where you see like that kind of, no, for those of you who have, you know, if for anybody who has seen Stranger Things where they're just completely in darkness, they're just walking around by themselves, it's kind of like that, but it's Ingot, and it's just a single plant in this strange, dark expanse of nothingness. As you begin to do so, you look over and one of the plants begins to kind of rustle in this sort of strange, but for the most part, fake-ish wind. What do you say towards them, Ingot?
Does you know where me can find food?
Yes, I know food.
Can you tell me where to find food?
Your food?
No, me poisonous. Me no good food.
No poison. Food, meat. Me no food, meat. Me know where food, meat is. But what can you provide?
Ingot's gonna just hold out a handful of gold. It hasn't failed him yet.
Persuasion check, Ingot, fuck it. 10. You'll see as the plant is becoming a little bit more clearer, and you notice as it seems to be a strange sort of Venus flytrap, but it's strangely sort of located in the likes of the desert, meaning that, well, hey, maybe there's one in a nearby sort of radius within a decent amount of space. But regardless, you look over as it begins to look towards it. It bites down, almost biting your hand. You don't take any damage or anything like that. Your hands are fucking massive. But you see as it begins to start chomping and chewing. Gold. Gold. Fine. Food. Here. Food. Look. And with that, Ingot, you'll see as the individual begin to start conversing a couple of directions to you. And with that, you have a knowledge of a general location where food might be. Now granted, if you ever want to go, you could probably just tell Thalia, hey, there's food in this specific location, have the birds go get it. Or you can just have Ingot go out and we can just chalk it up to a roll. Simple as that. But you do have a location where there is a bit of wildlife and food. Not much, just a couple of hyenas off to the side.
Neat. How much gold did I lose, or did I just not lose any?
How much do you think Ingot would put into this?
Well, he only has 7 gold pieces. I don't think he would use all of them.
Fair enough.
Just
fair
like
enough.
a 1. What's the fucking economy for plants like? It's probably pretty good.
Yeah, 1 or 2, I guess.
All right, we're gonna say 2 because you didn't necessarily specify. We'll say 2, but as you begin to
Works
do so, that is to your knowledge. Do you converse this to the party or convey it to the party?
Me know where food is. Can Ingot just do a roll to go get it?
Oh yeah, if you want.
Yes, because I feel like Ingot's probably better at grabbing food than a few birds, considering his size.
He's
also incredibly stealthy. He'll be able to move up on them like nothing else.
I actually have sword stance. What is it, like quiet as a forest or something? Which gives unknowable shadow. I can add my half my fighter class to stealth checks. So yes, Ingot is stealthy.
We are gonna be using that a lot.
Well, he only got it for this session. So, Ingot, as this is sort of happening, also Mots, if you can blast the bot in chat. But Ingot, as you're sort of doing this, is anybody following Ingot to just go assist them in this little quick hunt for some food? If not, Ingot's gonna
give us
just go
more
around.
likelihood to get more food. So
apparently, I got an inspo.
Did you? I might have missed it.
Is it?
Oh yeah, you did. You got one from Sean, and then I'm missing another inspo. I don't see any other ones. No, Ingot got an inspo. Oh wait, hold on. Roller, do exclamation point inspo to see if you have enough, and then that'll work. But yeah, they were trying to give it to Ingot.
For the hunt,
Well, I just got
to give him
messaged by someone that said they gave me an inspo. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, I got you. But go ahead, Navro.
Just to give him like a bonus to the roll. Navro's gonna go up and touch the weapon again, and the runes on his sword are going to flow in that like rainbow arcane color Navro's spells usually have. And I'm gonna cast magic weapon on it, just to give him a bonus to the roll.
Easy peasy. All right, so Ingot, as this is happening, is anybody else? Let's go. I think here. I think Finn was gonna do something first, and then we got Finn, and then we're gonna go to Fabio. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. What's up, Finn?
Zephyr will kind of look over and, with a bit of a jangle of his chains, gonna create a bit of electricity and shoot it towards Ingot, Atlas, and who else would like a little bit of bless?
Keep in mind, bless is only for attack rolls and saving throws. Keep that in mind.
Would that help with this? Because it's like He is attacking hyenas.
I'll give you that. Yeah, I can see that. It'll give him
Also,
like
Uh,
an
like a
advantage
minute?
or a D4.
Sorry, what'd you say, Cass?
It only lasts a minute.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's gonna it's gonna last
Sorry.
longer than a minute.
In that case, if you can't do shit.
All right, easy peasy. So we're gonna go over to Fabio. What's up?
So Fabio's gonna take a step forward, and he wants to like cup Ingrid. Actually, he'll say, Ingrid, darling, okay, bow down just a second here. Come closer, come closer.
I think it's gonna crouch.
Excellent. And he's gonna take his face in his hands, and
It's still 10 foot tall when crouching, by the way.
so at 6'7".
You might just be able to
He's
reach
like,
me.
like he's still reaching
Touch his
into.
chest. Like, he's gonna place his hands on your heart then, and say, Ambrosi, bless this edifice of your creation and your wonder, and send him out into this hunt successfully. As he's gonna cast Enhance Ability. I'm guessing it's gonna be survival checks, right?
Yes.
Okay, so he's gonna do Wisdom. Wait, let me just pull it up so I have the actual thing.
Yeah, it's the owl's wisdom thingy, or whatever it is. I know what you're doing. All right.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be So you guys you have advantage from that. You have advantage from this. So it's gonna be a lowering of the DC for the roll between all three of you. Also, why did the music
It's,
stop? Oh, I see why.
Yeah. Yeah, Owl's Wisdom, advantage on Wisdom checks.
Alright. And then... Oh, yeah. Why is your character still not importing? I'm fixing it. Okay. So, Inget, as you're going out... Yeah, hold on, what the fuck? Yeah, follow your character sheet isn't importing. Let me go... Limbic, can you link me your character sheet on D&D Beyond?
I can.
I'm gonna try to import it manually. What the fuck is going on here? Default? Maybe? Alright. That is strange. Is your spell book the same? Okay, your spell book is the same, but your HP and all your stats and abilities are just 10s. Did you deactivate them?
Nope.
That's
Wait,
weird.
what do you mean deactivate him?
Like, on D&D Beyond, did you deactivate the character?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, that's weird. I'm gonna try one last time.
I think it...
No, it's still acting up. Wait, what the fuck? That is very strange. I'm going to mess with this in the background while I'm trying to figure this out. Is everybody else's character sheet fine?
Mine's fine.
Yeah,
was
it's perfect.
fine. Yeah.
It's updated for
Why
me.
am I the one
Yep,
who
yep.
gets shot?
I don't know. That was weird.
I'll just roll from beyond for right now.
Yeah, just for the time being while I'm setting this up in the background. But while I'm working on that, Inget, as you are getting ready to head out on this little mini hunt, you begin to head over and forth. Here's what I need you to do. Make a survival check, do it with advantage, and you're going to add a +4 to this roll.
And then +4. Jesus Christ, 17.
17.
17, that's pretty good. All right, so Inget, as you are going out doing that, we'll turn back to you in a bit, and you will ultimately receive a total of 17. That will get, here we go. I'll roll a d6 +3 for me. Oh yeah, that should be some modifier. 5.
Ooh, nice.
Nice, I think that's exactly what you need. That's gonna be 5 stocks of food for you guys. Oh wait, also it didn't have the +3, so it's gonna be 8 stocks of food.
Yeah, my bad.
Oh
It's
yeah.
8 stocks.
Even better. Perfect. Alright, so Inget, that's what you're kind of doing off to the side. While that's sort of happening, eventually you all would begin to see as Well, yeah, I'd probably say this. It would probably happen pretty shortly afterwards. You all would begin to look around, and as you'd see Ingot sing him off, Atlas is going to begin to, again, start constructing more and more of these sort of ship off to the side. And while he's a little bit distracted with that, you look over, and there seems to be a sort of swirling of astral energy. It seems to be as, for some reason, something is kind of building up. There seems to be a familiar sense from what you've noticed before, as one of the keepers seems to be arriving very shortly. As they're in the process of slowly forming and apparating, is there anything any of you are trying to do, or are you just waiting to see what happens?
I will do one thing. I will quickly turn to Fabio and
General news for the group, but I saw something back there. A massive tower.
Did I see what the material was made out of, Sensei? Like, what it looked... Because I got a natural 20 on that perception roll.
Oh man, it was very... Well, besides it being tall, it seemed to be made out of maybe steel, marble. It was completely white. Whatever the heck this thing was. It was...
Okay.
It's really hard to figure out what material it's made out of because it is so far, but whatever color it was ultimately white-ish or gray-ish.
That's what I thought. I was just making sure.
I saw a gleaming steel tower in the middle of the desert. It just came from nowhere. Does that sound familiar to you?
Yeah. Does it sound familiar to me?
Hell no.
Well, if it's made out of steel, that sounds quite distasteful. Another bizarre thing happening here, I see. But I don't think I've heard of it.
Kiran, do you say this loud enough for Zephyr to hear?
He's not saying it quietly. He's basically saying it to kind of like let the group know, but Fabio is the closest one, and Fabio knows a lot, so...
Sensei, if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, kind of like how Zhongling knew something, do I get an echo call or something like that? If I'm thinking what I'm thinking?
Does he string a chord, or...?
As this begins to happen, Zephyr, Myra... Ingot's not here. Immediately at the mentioning of this tower, visions begin to start playing out before you. Myra, you seeing these same visions before, but Zephyr, to you, this is new. You find yourself storming the likes of beaches, tearing down, cutting down individuals' enemies, specifically arachnid enemies. You look over and you see as there is a massive campsite of powerful warriors, powerful individuals, powerful adventurers and wizards and mages as they gather around this giant massive tower getting ready for their final assault. The visions begin to change and shift once more, and Zephyr, you look over, you look down, you have a shield in one hand and a shield in the other, as you seem to be defending or something. You're a lot shorter, but you're not entirely sure why, and you have a massive blonde beard. Looking over Myra, you seem to be that same four-legged individual from before, charging forth with their lance, holding up their shield to protect their allies. You rush over towards this massive arachnid individual with long, stringy white hair, a jaw that seems to almost elongate and have multiple mouths inside of itself. Spiders climbing on top of this individual is a horrific sight. But this seems familiar. Why so familiar? You're not sure. But at the mentioning of the tower, all of those visions rush into you. You return to see yourself in the likes of the Forbidden Expanse.
Do I see them like fucking going sicko mode as they're having these flashbacks?
It's a sense, or it kind of looks like where they just sort of stare blankly. They're just lost in thought, like just almost in a trance for a brief second.
Oh,
I
'cause
think
that's not what Myra does all the time.
Well, yeah. Pretty fair.
I
pretty
think
fair.
I think this has happened enough times that like we can kind of recognize like stuff's fucked up.
Yeah.
So Never would look and see. You two quite all right? Something familiar?
Spiders. Many, many spiders.
You saw a vision of what came from this tower, or something else?
Did I ever tell you the story of the spiders and the snakes? The bringer, the bringer of the fates at the end time for their date. Why do I have a song in my head? What the fuck? Well,
You never took me for a lyricist.
I don't think I am.
The mention of spiders and snakes. Thalia holds out her bone
I think your
snake.
character sheet's fixed. I don't know what happened, but it fixed itself.
Wow.
Don't question it. Don't question it. Don't question it.
Here, take this one. Run.
He's fucking dying. Got cloned. No.
I don't know why, but just take it and run, my friend.
At the mention, let me just double check it's working for me real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Okay. Cool.
At the mention of spiders and snakes, she holds out her little bone snake, which is her pack weapon's passive form, and her little tarantula with a monocle and a top hat.
Cute.
Spider tips his hat.
Okay. Anyways, I was shorter, bulkier, much dumber. Wielding shield in both hands. I think there was 2 clapping on my butt cheeks. I think one on my back as well. One down below. Golden beard. Thorn him in the beaches.
I think this has happened before with us.
Also,
Of course.
To you. Maybe they're in Voden, perhaps. Somewhere else. We could question them, but
I don't know, but I remember defeating the tower. Do I, or do I not remember that much?
You don't remember that much, and you don't think it's you. You're at least aware of that.
Yeah.
But it feels like you were there. It feels like you lived through it. But you looking down, unless secretly Zephyr, I mean, granted, you don't have your memory, but unless secretly Zephyr, you were a dwarf in a past life. This is all completely strange, and it's also not out of the realm of possibility, knowing how fucked up Voden is.
Not sure it was completely me. All I know is it was fucking dangerous. Where the fuck it was.
then we make sure that when we go there, inevitably, that's an interesting landmark, we bring reinforcements. Something on the list.
If we do, then bring a flamethrower. Something like that. Anyways,
You go ahead.
Yes, I'm pretty much done. I'm just rambling at this point. Carry on.
Well, I have 2 things I need to do. One involves both of you. The previous commune with Dendar I wanted to do. Both of you are religious and have that connection. I want you to help me in my communion with Dendar. Can you both do that?
What do you want to ask them?
As I explained before, I wish to know of my past, and previously the God of Knowledge had told me to contact them. I did, and they wish for me, Dendar wishes for me, to find someone named Rashid. I need to know who Rashid is, where they are, what I need prepared. If they hold the secrets of who I am, or at least another step on the road to it, then I need to find it. So, does that seem fair? Would you wish to help me?
Take you're for the type to dabble in the divinity, but
I'm not. It's the only thing I could possibly find. And besides, I don't think I mentioned to you, Fabio. I'm not from here. And I don't mean from the Expanse or of Odin. I am not of Aurora. I have no memory of my world. I have no connection to anything here. I have no ties except for Rashid. So I need to find him.
of Aurora.
We know that the universe is called
Yeah,
Aurora, right?
everybody's
Yeah.
aware of that.
Okay.
Hold
Even
on.
even all amnesiacs.
So
Is
you're
the Feywild
talking.
in Aurora?
Yeah, everything is in Aurora. It is the universe itself.
Oh no, Bad Bot has become Kiran.
Oh no!
I am back. Hello. But what was just said while I was away for 1 second?
It was just explaining that all the planes are in Aurora.
Okay.
So he's
Oh,
saying
yeah.
that he's from outside the universe?
Yep.
He is from a different universe.
Okay.
Now, for Zephyr, this has been mentioned before.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
multiple
when we were in
times.
the cave. We were in the cave when we first met Mimir.
Oh, I
Mimir
did-
had no idea what Navra was at all after
Hell,
like
even
examining
before
him
that.
for ages.
Hell, even before that, it was Arena of the Gods.
What's specifically there?
Secrets. Tell a secret. If you reveal it, you die.
Navra's secret was that. Oh right, yeah. Sorry, I thought that Mimir saw him first and was like, I don't know who you are first, but okay.
Regardless.
But yeah, Fabio knows that.
Fascinating. From a different universe, you say?
Yes.
Intriguing.
Outside
The
the...
things you must have seen. My
Empires
dear.
of-
I
Not yet,
know little
Mara.
of...
I'll let you know when it happens.
I was just gonna. Nah.
Well,
I know little of my own universe.
Hmm.
Though... I have knowledge of things like the Shadowfell and the Feywild. That's how I know it exists. There is a unique Feywild here in Aurora, and one where I come from. Certain things pop up, they're the same, they're a little different. So, perhaps there's an alternate, if there's an alternate Feywild, there's an alternate Fabio.
And Navro comes to a really
One.
bone-chilling realization.
Perhaps there's even an Aurora version of myself. That's a chilling thought. Still,
that's... I imagine you could make a couple plays off of that, huh?
I don't know what... I do not want to know what they're like. Still, we are talking too much.
Like you say, this knowledge. So I want to know. Do you remember details about this other Feywild, or only that it exists, as you said?
It's how I know that Fey are trepidatious beings. It's how it is, I would say, in Aurora. I don't know the specifics of yours, but all I know for certain about myself is that I died in a city that I love, surrounded by my friends and family, by the Starry Ones. It is the only solid memory that I have. Everything else is knowledge that I can fall back on, but cannot guarantee its validity.
Well, considering the starry ones were over there in your dimension, maybe they're not of this dimension, so to speak.
I don't think so. I think they found a way. If I could get to this realm, it's entirely possible that they came from here, from Voden, and got
I'm
to
having-
mine. This
Things-
is why the Starry Ones are so dangerous. It is not just Aurora that is under threat. everywhere in the multiverse can potentially be contaminated. Hell, it might not have fully left my world. It might not have even left. It could be like in different planes. That's why I need this gone. Not just out of my own vengeance. Everything is under threat.
Quite.
I'd say, is my big brain blast correct?
I would never tell you if it was or not.
Ah!
I don't know why everybody tries this method of like, hey, if I just ask the DM, is this complete lore thing completely correct that we haven't figured out in game? He's gonna tell us, man. He's gonna do it. I don't know why.
God.
Bold strategy, Con. Let's see how it comes out.
Why, I never even read the answers that you write after I send you a theory, because like you're probably
Hey,
lying.
man, you gotta ask the questions.
For the answers, ask
Gotta
questions.
ask the questions.
No.
I would say at this point, I want to make sure everybody's able to, like, if they want to ever add input, they can. I would say around this point, Inge would probably return back with the likes of the food in hand. It wasn't like that difficult of a battle. Inge, with your 17, you would be a little bit wounded, not much. You'd take like 10 points of damage. That's it. But besides that, you'd be walking back with a bunch of the sort of hyenas in tow, and you're able to return back to your party.
Zephyr would walk up
I had
and
something I wanted to do.
Can we just, because I did want to, like, let's just make sure they get
finish here,
the...
but yeah.
Yeah. Just,
we got Navro.
we're not like...
Yeah. I'm just sort of saying, like, Inge would probably just be here just in case they ever did want to input anything and all that sort of stuff. So we're gonna go to Navro, finish up with that, then we're gonna head over to Myra. Sound good?
All right.
All right.
There's one other thing I talked about before, but I can do that like way later. Still in the same session, but I can do that if possible. So, with the conversation, Navro does open the book, and you see this like kind of crude. You would see the inside of Navro's book, which like at the very beginning as he's flicking through the page is absolute just like schizo chicken scratches. It is like total gibberish. But as it goes like further and further on, it gets a little bit more legible. But you can see that like almost the entirety of it is written in a non like common script, and 2, it's super encoded. Zephyr, what languages do you speak?
I speak common.
No way, is he monolingual? That's like hard. That's like hard in D&D. Damn.
Erkin don't get a language.
That is unfortunate. Fabio, what languages do you speak?
Common, Sylvan, and Elvish.
You would notice that his spellbook, you can't make out what is being said. He's flipping through it rather slowly. You can't make out what is being said. It is under an incredibly hard to read cipher. Incredibly hard to... You know, just for shits and giggles, do you want to roll the DC? Do you want to roll an intelligence check to see if you can, like, read through and, like, decipher it, like, just as it's going through?
Your choice.
If you want.
Fabio isn't necessarily a smart boy, so I don't think he would be good at just looking at a cipher and being able to pick it up. Like he'd be able to like glance and see like, yeah, he'd only understand that like it's written in a language he understands, but
But you do see that it is most of it. There are 1 or 2 bits that are in a completely different script, but the majority of it is in an Elvish script. But he flicks through the majority of the thing before eventually getting to about halfway, and takes out a ripped out piece of the book that is a somewhat crude, but like decent picture of a snake that is like almost wrapped around itself like an Ouroboros, and lays it down. He sits near to the fire, legs crossed, and beckons both of you to do the same thing.
he's like down on his haunches.
Let's hope this doesn't get dangerous.
Oh, I've done this before once. It just manifests. No danger. And he is going to take out the page, lay it out flat, and summoning with prestidigitation, he's going to make the symbol of Dendar in his hands. That's like swirling, covered in this ethereal smoke, crackling with the kaleidoscopic energy that Navarro has, and says first in Celestial and then in Infernal, because I'm pretty sure he does know that Dendar was a former fiend, right? Okay.
If I may, are you like actually
yes,
doing
I was
the
trying to
prayer
unmute.
right now?
Yeah.
Okay, because Fabio didn't say yes yet. That's why I wanted to speak before.
Oh, okay. He would notice your questionable look and go like raise his eyebrows, like, hey, you sure?
So Fabio would say, yes, well, that's quite unfortunate that you've lost your memories like that, but I am quite fascinated by your knowledge of other planes, other universes, and the like. And so, how about this? If I help you with contacting this Dendar, would you be okay with sharing the information that you gather? Because as you are, I'm an explorer. I'm somewhat of an intellectual. I love to learn the secrets of the universe, and so I think we could share a lot of wonderful knowledge together and grow from it. What do you say?
Before I do, one, I'd be very happy to give information. But what's your end goal? Why do you need this?
As I said, I just want to learn the secrets of the universe. As I absolutely love to travel, and I've researched extensively the Feywild and all its secrets and the nature of it and its construction. And I thirst for knowledge, and I want to expand my horizons as much as I possibly can.
I thirst for knowledge, and another one of the soul-bound. Aya does too. I can assure you that neither of us are doing it simply for curiosity's sake. I understand if you do not wish to tell me, but regardless, I accept. You'll have your information.
Well, isn't curiosity enough of a reason?
Curiosity killed the cat.
Yes, they do say that. And they also say that a cat has 9 lives. So I have a few to spare.
There is a second part to that phrase. Satisfaction brought him back. I hope you can bring yourself back.
And he ushers you to sit down. There's something fucking Fabio. Something. You can't fool me. Alright, so laying down the page, he is going to say first in Celestial and then in Infernal, just to get the message across.
World Serpent, we have communed once before. However, I know not of who Rashid is, where he is, what he is. Tell me, and I will go to him, and I will seek what I need. Can you commune with me?
And that's the kind of...
And
yeah.
And as you begin to do so, you say this prayer out, but how exactly how is Fabio and Zephyr helping out in this case to help with the communer get in contact with a Dendar specifically?
I'll let Kat go.
So I guess I'll be casting guidance as he's saying the prayer, and I'll I hadn't thought through about it.
Oh, good. We can just
Actually,
head back to
before Navro starts praying, Fabio is going to take off his sacred flower and sprinkle some glitter on top of Navro, and he's going to make the sands around the area glitter in a brilliant purple, similar to the. We can still see the eye in the sky, right?
With enough effort, you probably would be able to.
Okay. So yeah, in the same kind of purple as the eye in the sky, and so kind of preparing an altar to Dendar.
All right. As you begin to do so, how is Zephyr assisting in this?
Zephyr, letting Fabio lead the help, he's going to utter a little prayer to Karanos. Just, I know it's not you he's after, but my friend's going through the storm of life. Do you mind helping him find his path? His area around him is going to sizzle and spark up with electricity as it bounces from one piece of glitter to the next, before it becomes a radiating field of static electricity.
In my mind's eye, this is really pretty.
Yeah.
Someone draw it, artist, go! No, I'm kidding.
Go!
But as we do this, Navro, here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do this, and then we'll head over to Folia. Navro, make a this is a persuasion check. This is with advantage, and this is also with a D4 from Fabio.
So
All or nothing.
4?
All or nothing.
20.
That's a 30. 20 is the DC for communion to gods. You know, try to contact them with a faith check. With the likes of your own silver tongue and the assistance of your allies, you see as the lightning begins to sort of attract and connect to each of the bits and strands of glitter, and they eventually begin to sort of connect electricity towards your mind and towards the sky up above. Your gaze begins to slowly turn and focus, honing in onto that giant purple eye in said sky. Looking up towards it, you see as the pupil begins to slowly shift for a moment, and the eye focuses, from what you can tell, onto you, Navro. As it does so, this is what you hear.
I think Dendar would hear two voices in unison.
My past.
As you begin to do so, you will hear as it responds.
Such an interesting specimen, you two. For I
into your past. However, I have a means to discover. Rashid, this vessel. They seek you. They'll find you.
They seek me?
Yes.
I know I'm hot shit. But people have to have a reason to find one another, especially when they're strangers. And I am a stranger in the strangest of lands. Why? What am I good for?
You just answered your own question. You're an anomaly. And you're an interesting specimen. However, there's a bit of change of plans. With one individual falling and leaving my grasp, another seeks the call. The serpent's call. Stay in touch and await your six-eyed friend. And with that, you look over and the eye begins to slowly vanish and shift. It changes from that of a purple coloring to that of the eye changing to that of a red, to a blue, to a green, to a black, all changing and shifting colors before eventually returning to a massive purple eye in the sky.
That last part, could you just repeat it for me, if you could?
Red, green, blue.
Oh, no, just of what Dendar had said.
Gotcha. Basically saying, await your six-eyed friend, for as one has fallen, another one looks for the call, basically. Looks for the serpent's call. Was basically what the TLDR of what he said.
Okay, now maybe I'm stupid, but do I know a six-eyed friend? Rakaz is only 5. Is there someone that, like, Navra would know that I'm just forgetting right now?
The only individual that you know is that has that many eyes in general, I mean, it was the Gibbering Mouther and Rokaz, my friend, and Rokaz is 5. Make an intelligence check, Navra.
Okay.
25? I love it. The prophecy. 5 spirits. 1 to return after long last. 5 eyes. A 6th to return after long last. And as you begin to make those connections, you turn over towards Falia. Falia, what is it that you would be trying to say or do at this moment in time?
Currently, as this is Falia's first time with the bone snake, she is just playing with it and asking, looking at it and going, "My name's Falia's. What's yours?"
And you're looking towards, which again?
My bone snake.
Bone snake. We'll look over. Yeah. My name is Sebastian. What is it that you seek?
I have questions.
I may or may not have answers, but we shall see. You see as the sort of bone snake begins to slowly start shifting, it starts almost forming out of the likes of your eyes and begins to start writhing amongst your arms, your bony sort of hands, and looks over towards you as it kind of places itself specifically on the which one? This would be the golden dots on your hand.
Why does Myra have you? Don't remember you.
To be fair, simply, I find your self as you rest. I thought you were dead, so I made you my home. You don't have an issue with that, do you? I can leave if need be.
I don't think Myra would like that.
Well, fine. I guess I'll stay.
I happened to see the snake. She showed it to me.
It's more of just like, yeah, I mean, you'd maybe notice as Falia's sort of playing with a snake, but I mean, that's not like too out of character for Falia, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm just thinking what the snake looked like.
Oh, it's just a simply, it's a bone snake, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Just the skeleton of a snake.
Skeleton of a snake, yeah. Well, let me see if I can give you a general idea of what it would look like.
Finn is in tinfoil hat mode, sorry.
Oh, good. Portrait. It kind of looks like this in a way. But obviously, serpentine and the bones themselves are like roughly connected.
I don't like that image. I don't like that image. I know what that monster's from.
What are you talking about, Pete?
So this is the baby. Where's the mama?
Yeah. But that said, Falia, is there anything else you would ask it?
You know who she talks to in her head, other than me?
Sadly, no. She doesn't really speak all that much to me. Especially as I've only recently made residence in her head.
Okay. Thankies.
You're quite welcome. Stop. As you kind of pet it. Stop that. Stop. No, stop. He kind of likes it. But he doesn't want to. Eventually, you'll see as he's a little bit frustrated for a second, and you notice as he begins to leave and begins to start wrapping himself around your arm, begins to go amongst your, or into your sort of deer skull or eye. Make a perception check for me, Falia.
Ah, yes. As the thing crawls into my eye, just let me look.
13. Something feels weird. Something feels off. You're not entirely sure what, but look around for a second. And your hands feel a little funny. They feel tingly a little bit, but you're not sure.
Look at her hands.
You see as the dots themselves, they are Ouroboros, they are serpents eating themselves. This has always been the case, but you notice as they seem to be almost spinning for a moment. They're moving, shifting. They're in this sort of circular motion like a wheel, but they haven't necessarily spun before. Strange. Kind of pretty, but strange.
Put them next to each other.
As you do, you try to put them next to each other, but you see as they, no matter as much force as you try to put towards them, they seem to almost repel immediately. As this is sort of happening, you look over, and you will see as eventually Keeper Camino will begin to form from the astral mist, but they will look over. They will notice, they'll kind of wave, but they will notice as Navro, Fabio, and Zephyr, you guys are in the middle of something. They're not like the old Keeper. They're respectful to an extent. They'll kind of motion back a little bit and let you guys do or finish what you need to do before looking over towards Fabio, kind of nodding and motioning for, hey, when you're done, come to me.
So as Never finishes up his prayer, I'm like, okay, he got this, and he's gonna go over and hello, darling, it's good to see you again. And he's gonna
I just want to make sure, like, Navar, you didn't have anything to say to Fabio or anything, right?
No, but
okay.
There is one tiny, like, I don't know when I'm gonna get the time in for just one tiny thing.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the hair roll for the rest. We forgot to roll the D100.
The D100.
I'll just roll. I'll roll that right now.
You'll see.
You'll see.
You're rolling D100.
There we go, baby. That's what we need.
Fabio, you notice there's like a little bit of hair strands forming up on Navro's little cranium over there.
There's a little more hair. It's a bit of a,
He's
cut. Yeah.
Maybe Navro like recently went bald. Maybe now they're slowly growing their hair out or something. I don't know. More power to him. You know.
Anyway, carry on. I apologize.
So he's gonna go over and do the Feywild Greeting of at least try to give 2 kisses on the cheeks.
They'll lean down, they'll kind of reciprocate. They're used to this at this point.
Excellent.
Hello, Fabio. Here, I do have a thing for you. Here's the deal. You remember? Oh wait, you weren't there for them. Well, actually, no, you don't remember them. The Keepers, Keeper Cass and Keeper Raya. Have you met any of these individuals before? I do not remember. My mind boggles me.
I did meet Cass, darling fellow as well, when I was in that cold place.
Wonderful. Perfect. Keeper Cass has specifically had me seek out a couple of the soulbound. A couple of the individuals, they don't go by a name, but the group that you met before, with Grod and the likes of Yahato and Pyre, actually, you don't know Pyre. Never mind, ignore that last one. But these individuals, they are in need of assistance.
Oh, of course, whatever I can do to help my friends, yes. Tell me what you need.
Now, this isn't going to be a long sort of escapade, and you will not die. I will make sure this will not be the case, but essentially their souls have been severed as they have been dealing with a couple of unruly individuals, but powerful ones at that, with the likes of the Eclipse. Regardless, you will be needed if you were to participate, and don't feel obligated to do so, but this is obviously your choice. They need assistance in reattaching their souls. Individuals across the likes of the Voden have offered themselves, but Cass has specifically hand-picked certain individuals to be able to assist for this moment in time. Those are the only souls that he could be able to grab and throw over towards this strange arena.
Right. Of course, I would love to, and I'm quite good with my hands, so if they need their souls stitched back together, I could certainly help.
Maybe not yet, but not out of the realm of possibility, especially with your mark. Anywho, I know chat's freaking out immediately. But anywho, that's besides the point. You'll only be gone for 5-10 minutes, so quickly just it'd be best if you probably inform your friends here, and then when you're ready to go, you may come with me.
Excellent. He'll just turn and yell out, "Darling, I'll be but 5 minutes. I'll be right back."
Don't be too long. We're gonna have supper soon.
Excellent. I'm famished.
Oh, and also, I should say, before you go, did you have anything or super important things, individuals you needed to come or talk to, commune with, or anything like that before you go? It might. Are you looking to wait afterwards? If you need to do anything like that.
Well, if my friends are in danger, I must quickly get to them, of course.
Fair enough. So, that said, if you're all ready to go, then he'll hold out the cloak. And yeah, you can step on in, Fabio, if you wish.
Steps in.
Granted, all of you guys see this, so if you want to like ask or say anything, by all means, go for it.
I think it's gonna come up to the keeper.
God
Does you have shinies now?
This man is hustling the goddamn keepers.
I mean, they said they would look for something last time, so no reason he wouldn't ask this time.
Yeah, I know. You'll see as the keeper will look over and say, sadly, I was not able to do so just yet, young Ingot, but in the future, we're still looking and working out the kinks. My apologies.
The cat. Look at it. Getting scratched.
Ingot's gonna pull out a empty mana, like a large empty mana crystal. Does keeper want?
One of Ambrosie's relics. I guess I can take one. I see no reason not to. He will take the empty mana crystal.
Excellent.
As he does, he will pocket it into this massive void and cloak of his. And with that, he'll sort of, he will give you a copper piece, Ingot. He will give you a small copper.
Outstanding.
Steel frog.
What we need.
You'll see as Fabio, you begin to step into the cloak, and with that, begin to slowly vanish within. As you do so, Fabio is gone for the time being. They will return in a bit. But what are the rest of you kind of doing in this moment in time?
Where'd Cat go? Where'd she go?
Oh, she's disappeared.
Oh God! I can hear her voice.
Oh no! She's
Not
in the
really
ethereal plane.
Fuck. But if the ritual has finished, then Navro will unless there's anyone else who particularly wants to talk to him, Navro will go off a small distance away from the camp. He does give a small look to Zephyr and just kind of like a bit of a thumbs up, a bit of a look. He's going to be fine. He does go out a small bit to kind of be by himself. And it's time to burn some spell slots. I am going to cast Sending. Actually, no, hold on. Before I do that, I am going to put the mark up to my... I'm way off in the corner.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck did that row go?
Speeding. I'm going to speak into my mark, and I'm going to say... No, actually, before that, even... Navro is going to close his eyes, and... The entity takes control for a small while. He opens his eyes, and... grins a little, stretches a little. It's nice to be back, but time is short. All right, he's going to put. He's going to talk into the mark.
I don't know if this line is perfect, so I'm going to communicate in an alternate way. This is for Agni and Krellin. It's important.
Krellin.
If you need elaboration, ask, but make it discreet.
And I am going to, I'll only do it the one time, but I'm going to cast Sending, first to Agni, and this is over 2 spell castings of it.
Gotcha. Okay, so there's gonna be 4 spells in total then, right?
Yes, I'm going to use 3 of my 3rd level spells, and then I'm going to upcast it with 4th level.
You got it.
Once. Yeah.
Damn, we're blowing through spell slots for real.
hey, this is important shit, man. This is important shit.
Hey, man, this is important.
But the entity is going to get the hand up, or actually, no, he's Sending, so he can just say it.
Defeating Ops. 1. Revive Heavenly Path. Revive Dendar. 2. Create powerful civilization. 3. Find 5 civilizations. Unite them. 4. Redeem betrayer. Continuing with next sending.
Now, if they were there, they could make a response, but they're not, so we'll just keep going with the next sending.
5. Restart cycle. 10th level spell. Take his place. Caster is forgotten.
And with that, he says that once first to Agni, and then says that again to Krelin over 2 spell slots.
You got it.
So now, every group should know how to stop this shit.
Pete, the hero we deserve. Alright, so you can message, you can like straight up copy and paste that message and like DM them on like through Discord. Tell them if they do respond, tell them to send me the message and send yourself the message as well. 25 words or less.
Perfect. Alright, and yeah, he is going to use all his 3rd level spell slots, his 4th level spell slot, and taking a look down the entities, kind of like,
I wish I could be back in my body for a little while, but things need to be a bit formal, so you can go back in now. Asshole.
And gives back control to Navro.
You got it. As this is sort of happening, Navro, you're doing this all off to the side, but let's head over towards the likes of... let's go to Ingot, and then we're going to go to Zephyr, and then back to Myra. So, Ingot, what are you doing in this moment in time? Anything particular for the big guy?
I want to learn my subclass.
You got it. So you're going to go find the Oni?
Yes.
Alright, so easy peasy. As the Oni basically described before, all you have to do is just sort of go into the sands and just basically look for him, and he will find you himself. Whether that revolves into... Well, I mean, I guess if that's the case, how would Ingot kind of go about trying to find him? Is he like screaming something out? How would he try to find him?
I think it would walk into the sands and just say out loud, "Big red man, me ready."
Alright, as you do, you will have to go off a little bit as he went off in a general different direction. You can kind of convey to the party, hey, I mean, I assume so. You let me know if you don't, but I assume you tell the party, hey, I'm gonna go train with the Yoni or something like that, right?
It's just gonna start walking off.
Can you leave the food behind? I'll cook it up for the... Where the fuck are you actually going?
Me go to train, and it just throws both hyenas at you.
I think he had like 8 hyenas, if I'm not
Not
mistaken.
not 8 hyenas, but 8 food stocks worth of hyenas.
Oh, okay. They're very fat hyenas. Okay.
He just eats however many hyenas there are at you, just lobs.
Jesus Christ, I only have 1 leg. Don't expect me to be agile.
You have 2 arms.
Oh shit, do I? I think I do.
He'll flick you a silver.
Oh, I did forget one huge sort of thing. So, this would have happened earlier, Bump. It would be, you would notice that at the beginning of the session, the sky would have cracked, and it would no longer be daytime. It would be nighttime as the moon would begin to fall upon all of you. Whoops, I meant to change that. So let me do this. Yeah. All right, there we go. I just noticed that when I was over looking towards another map. But Ingot, as you begin to head out off to the side, you look over and eventually you find yourself in this location, my friend. As you travel the likes of these sands and more, traveling kind of where the Oni kind of left you, you look up and you find as there is a bit of moonlight shining down upon you, but looking over, looking around, you scream out for a bit. Make a perception check.
I think it's so good at rolls. Oh, not too bad.
16. Looking over, you're looking about, sand, more sand, cactus, no shiny, sand, sand. Ooh! You look over and you see something a little bit different. you see as there are two red sort of spikes or cones, what seem to be like horns, protruding out of the sands, specifically in this area over off to the side. It seemed pretty familiar.
I think it's gonna walk over to them and try to pull them out of the ground.
Do you just reach for the horns?
Yeah, he just bends over and grabs them.
As you begin to do so, you reach out directly towards the horns and immediately emerge, and you see as a massive red arm begins to just reach over, grab your hand, stop you from pulling at their horns, but then slowly emerging, almost like the Undertaker, like an undead, you see as they sit up from the buried in the sands, and you notice a massive Oni individual. As they look over towards you, they look over as you were reaching towards their horns, and you notice as there is a stranger sort of eye that seems to be in the center of their forehead as it looks over towards you. As you see this individual, the Oni of the past. The same individual, just different art, but you look over towards them and you'll see as they begin to say, "What want?"
Me ready to learn.
Oh, are you ready to become mountain?
Me become mountain.
Fine. Deal. Well, see as he sits up and kind of stands up from the ground using the Kana bow, the massive might of it, and sort of use it almost as a bit of a walking staff, staking it into the sand before they rise up. You look over towards the individual and you'll see as the eye begins to slowly close amongst their forehead. But as they do, he'll begin to say, "What name?"
Me ingot.
Ingot. Understand. Dream Slayer. Train Ingot. Take stance. Wield weapon.
Ingot will enter his quiet as a forest stance.
As you begin to do so, you'll see as he begins to grab the likes of the Kana bow, and he'll look over, looking towards your sort of form, looking towards your stance, and just say, "Wrong! No! You stand to fall. You should stand to be tall."
Ingot will just stand as straight and tall as he can, just dropping any stance he had.
You'll see as the individual kind of walks over, and as he does so, he kind of just sort of pushes you a little bit, and you make a strength saving throw, Ingot.
I'm currently imagining that this is like in Yakuza, where the Oni's gonna beat the shit out of somebody, and Ingot's going to say, "That's rad," and then just instantly knows how to do it.
25. You see as you stand pretty firm, you stand pretty tall and strong. You barely even move at all, Ingot, as you're able to hold your own. But as you begin to do so, the form is off. You stand a little bit almost upright, and as you get ever so slightly, you begin to shift for a moment, you almost accidentally fall into the form the Oni mentioned. He looks over towards you. Good form, good base, like mountain. Now, question for Ingot. Have you found Jade? Do you know where Jade is?
Me no Jade.
Fuck!
Me have Topaz.
Me no care about Topaz, me want Jade!
I'm really
have
glad.
Jade.
I'm really glad that Ingot finally found somebody on his level.
It just had to be an orc, bro. It just had to be an orc. Fine. Swing. Hit. I swing. You take. You stand. If you fall, you know mountain. You puny. Are you mountain or are you puny?
Me mountain.
Good. Hit Dream Slayer.
Alright, I think I need to move close. Hell yeah.
You do have
Fuck you.
inspiration
I have
for
inf-
when you need it.
I have inspiration. I'm gonna give it for this. This is important.
Okay. So,
Mother.
I give inspiration.
I don't know if you can do that.
You can always use it inspo once.
Fuck.
As he does so, you hit him immediately, and he's going to look over. No good. You hit like jade. You need hit stronger. Like this. And he's gonna just fucking wallop you, bro. Alright, he's gonna make a swinging attack. We'll see what happens. I don't even know if he can beat your AC, but we'll find out. No!
Ingot doesn't even have his full AC. He dropped all his stances. Ingot has no stance AC.
What is his AC right now, then? I mean, it doesn't matter. 11 fucking misses. 18.
His 19 without a stance.
You got it. Okay. I'm gonna say, let me change this custom formula. Alright, still, hold on. Jesus Christ. Bam. That should work, maybe? Hold on, I need to just change this anyways.
They're inspo.
Okay, thank you.
I think I already have an inspo, so,
Yeah, you gotta give it to somebody else.
can I toss that over to Nabra?
Nabra
Yeah,
actually
I
did get
think-
an inspo, so I think, it's...
No,
I just
Nabra-
used
Kieran
inspo.
just used
I
up. Yeah.
Just use my inspo, so
Okay.
Yeah, and everyone else has inspo.
easy
so.
come, easy go.
You got it. So as this is sort of happening, you'll see as... like this, but Dream Slayer rusty. When Dream Slayer hit, you no feel pain. This way of mountain, be unbreakable. Understand?
Me no felt it.
Good. Again. Just make an attack roll and get...
There we go.
As this begins to happen, you'll see as the Dream Slayer is struck by the likes of the long sword, but he will make a strength saving throw to see if he can resist its effects. Alright, or excuse me, it's
love
not
this
strength, that is con.
I love this training montage.
It's very, very simplistic, my friends. With a 26, you hit him, and as he does so, he tries to stand his ground. He takes the pain, but it's more so he doesn't show it. He stands and he doesn't even move a singular inch. Good. You see how no move. You do same. Understand?
Me understand.
He's gonna swing at you. Alright, he's gonna... That's a 20 to hit with that swam. You feel the combo just smack directly across your face. Make a Constitution saving throw, Ingot.
Wow, he rolled 4 ones on that fucking damage. Damn.
With a 15, you're able to sort of tank it, but you see as you begin to stagger, only a little bit moving, only centimeters. You notice as the Dream Slayer notices this, and he'll begin to say, "Not good enough. Need time for train. We make mountain out of mushroom." And with that, you'll see as between the likes of you, Ingot and the Dream Slayer will begin to continue as the most orcish way of training, smacking the shit out of each other until one of you begins to learn it, or else. Oh man. With that, we return back over towards the campsite. We head over towards the likes of Myra, and then we're gonna return over towards we're gonna come back to this funny
I
haha.
was just gonna say just before that, as you see the wound of the Dream Slayer hitting Ingot on just second wind, and you just see the wound just regenerate as the mace removes, so flesh just comes back.
Easy enough. Good shit. Alright. Return over towards Falia. Is there anything that you would be trying to do, Falia, or are you just waiting for everybody else?
I'm just seeing her hands swirling and feeling strange. Polly would probably also notice that in the back of her mind, someone is waking up slowly.
As you begin to do so, something is sort of waking, but the dots, as they're sort of spinning, they're spinning. Notice as bits of astral light are starting to form onto them. Where there was a golden sort of serpent, it's now slowly turning into an astral serpent. You look over towards the other one, the black dot or the black serpent, and it's also changing into this writhing astral light from before. Something's weird. Something's definitely off for sure.
Is Navra still around?
Navros would be off doing their own thing, sending the messages. The only person that would be around is Zephyr.
I mean, do you need Navro? I think it could be like, considering he just is like saying a message that's like 2 minutes long.
True.
Do you need Navro or?
Falia is kind of concerned about seeing this right now. She was looking for the most magically attuned person.
Fair enough. You can, yeah,
GM?
you can probably go find him.
Okay.
It's an immediately beeline towards him.
You got
You
it.
would see him like walking with like a really, really confident strut, close his eyes, and then immediately go back into that stiff like walk that Navro's always had before kind of looks around.
Folia, hello. Is something the matter?
Yes. And she's just gonna hold her hands to your face.
I'm gonna let this happen. What are you doing?
Look.
You'll notice the marks as they're changing and shifting to an astral light.
I see. Folia, do you know what's going on here?
No.
Were there any abilities that you had with your mark? Are you able to use them right now?
No.
Why, that's very unfortunate.
Would I be able to? I would ask how long this is going to last, but I don't think I'd be able to know that. Is that as in? Oh, sorry.
This would be looking over towards it. You see as bits of the astralness are starting to become a little bit transparent for some reason. They flicker for a moment and then they return back to that solid astral coloring, that astral light, before flickering out and then flickering back on. It's almost like a broken TV. Or not a broken TV, more of like a broken lamp or light.
This is unfortunate. What does Myra think of this?
He's waking up.
She's waking up? What? Sorry. What?
She's been sleeping.
When is she waking up? Is it now or soon or
Early.
in the morning or when?
Waking up now. Early. Rest
Oh.
longer, supposed.
And Navro's going to put his hands like kind of up a little bit, and he's gonna like wait out to see like is Myra coming out right now?
I don't know. How long does it take a person to usually wake up? When they're like groggy.
I mean, I don't know. I would hope you'd know as a human being, right? You're human, right? Yeah,
It's either I'm up or I'm down, dude.
Probably roughly like, if you're talking about fully awake, I mean, that could be like 20-30 minutes or whatever. If you're just talking about like waking up, I mean, that could be a minute at most.
Then you're gonna see as one of the eyes starts kind of flickering that light blue.
Hello, Myra. It's been a little while.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm trying to see what's wrong with your mark.
Okay.
Folia wanted me to help you with this. Folia wanted me to help her with this.
How's she been?
Alright, she nearly summoned a demon. She's helped us
Good
with
on
some...
her.
She did help us find a couple of Triceratopses. They're over there. Don't mess with them. And she's been a bit peaceful. She's been not the worst kid to take care of. You don't have to worry about her. She's fine.
The other eye, by the way, which is fully red, you hear, thank you.
No problem. What else is it that you wanted, Myra?
I didn't want anything. I'm just figuring out what's going on. Something's wrong.
Huh. This is unfortunate. Still, I have some things to do. If you don't mind, I'm currently going to be writing some things down. And unless Myra or Folia has anything else to do with Navro, he's gonna go over and do one of the things that we were discussing before, Sensei.
Message me what that is.
I can just say he's gonna try and make shivers.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. Yeah, easy peasy.
So, if just to make sure, Limbit, if there's nothing else with for Folia or Myra to do, Navro's going to sit down and in his spell book, he's gonna go down to a fresh page, and it'll take a while. Probably won't last this long, but he is going to start writing down he's going to try and create a spell which will allow him to talk to cities, or at least his city when he has it.
There is one thing, but it's not necessarily talking to you, as since she's waking up and seeing the flashing mark, she's gonna touch you with it.
Like my mark, or just me?
Nope, just you in general.
Okay. What happens?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Doesn't kill people.
Thanks, Myra. And he's gonna put his head down to start writing down more of the spell. This is just more to just so that we can get to the sled thing and just pass time.
All right.
Then, if Navarro's not gonna help her, she has one other person.
I mean, I did try, but I've no idea what I can do.
I'd probably say.
Neither do I.
I'd probably say at this point. So, Myra, Folia, as you're kind of looking over, you're sort of conversing. You're getting ready to head over towards the next individual, but.
Oh no, that person's in my head already.
What do you mean?
There's a voice I've only spoken to on 2 occasions. And I made a deal with it last time.
Want to care to elaborate?
I sacrificed all my memories of Amethyst to this voice for more power.
Ah, I see that one. I will say this, as you're getting ready to commune with that sort of thing, just so we can make sure everybody's still getting their sort of chance and all that stuff. We'll come back to that in just a moment as you're getting ready for the process of that. But as you're sort of laying out the sort of ritual to commune with that sort of individual or entity, you look over and you'd see as an astral light begins to slowly form. And as it does, you'll notice as Keeper Camino begins to slowly reemerge. You'll notice as he begins to slowly unfurl the likes of the cloak, and stepping out with fabulous fashion and more, you'd look over and you'd notice as Fabio once more would return.
There's Cat. We found her.
Why? I love it.
Okay, this throws off what she was planning on doing, because this is the first time she's seen him. All you can audibly hear her say, "What the fuck is that?"
Myra, be polite.
Thank you, Camino. That was an interesting encounter, but lovely to see you as always, darling. Ta-ta.
Oh, no, not done. Yeah, here. Here's the thing, Fabio. You did great, you did wonderful, you did fantastic. You and all of the individuals had a great, fantastic powwow. But there is an individual who kind of wants to see y'all at the moment. God damn it, stop fucking moving around in there. Calm down!
Looks up from his notes.
Looks up from his cooking.
Here. Zaman, if you would please like to come into Soulbound chat.
What the
Let's
fuck
go.
did I miss?
Oh, fuck. That changes my... Okay, yep, okay.
Time to
Okay.
throw a curveball.
Alright.
I just want to cook my stew.
How long have I been asleep?
A while.
Not long enough. I'm good. I'm joking.
And with that, you will
killed them
see as slowly emerging out a full-on metallic individual, Fabio. A Warforged begins to emerge. Chris, if you would please like to introduce your character.
Hey, I'm CMAS, or you call him Chris. My character is Zaman Unime. He is a Warforged, a Metallurgy Druid, and the Godfather of the Red Triangles.
The Godfather of the Red Triangles. All right, what do they kind of look like as they sort of stand? I'm giving you permissions to your character as well. There you go.
Copy. He comes out. He stands about 6'2", pretty healthy, well-built, metallic creature. He probably has like minerals and things flowing around him. He has like green cornrows pulled to the back of his head and like a green beard, and like he's in like gold and silver plated armor.
As you do, I will try to show off the art so they get another idea. There we go. And that would be the individual that you see. You've seen this individual before through the likes of the red triangle marks. If you've ever, I believe you've seen them before. You would have had to. But as they stand here in the flesh, they look over and you'll see his keeper Camino begins to say, all right, here. So as you mentioned before, you wanted to sort of talk to these individuals, assist them, especially they're in a little bit of kind of dire straits, kind of fucked up right now. But here, I'll leave you to your whole thing. Don't kill each other while I'm gone, okay? Okay, cool. Have fun.
I promise.
So D, just to let you know, so much love to you, and Fabio's reaction to you does not represent Kat's reaction to you. All right.
If I'm able to.
Who wants to go first?
It'd probably be Fabio would probably see this first, to be fair.
Okay. So Fabio is going to scream at the arrival of this entity. He will turn invisible. And start running.
Oh, wait.
In that case, to make introductions, Navro does get up from his spell creation, and he is looking with genuine surprise and pleasure.
You're one of the Voden Knights. I don't think we've been acquainted much.
Someone say the Voden Knights.
Who the fuck are the Voden Knights?
Hold on.
Hello. I am Zaman Unme of the Voden Knights. It is a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
Zaman, just one moment. turns to Myra and turns to Saphir and just like mouthing like, "Don't fuck this up! Don't fuck this up! Don't fuck this up!" And turns back like kind of like readjusting himself.
Oh, wait! I remember you. I told you to fuck off. Or no, wait. Kiss my ass.
Well, yeah, be polite, even if
Yes,
towards.
I recall your rudeness.
Wait, who the
But
fuck is that?
This
as well?
gentleman promptly apologized, so all is forgiven.
Yes. It's an honor to finally meet you. My name carries some derision, but I am Navro.
Yes, I believe I've heard of you. I've seen
Yes.
you as well.
In our messages from the Red Triangle. But we've never formally met, have we?
We have not. Actually, I had a question. Do you receive most of my messages? I've sent quite a few to you. I don't get many replies.
The bearer of our red mark, Ingus, does not use them very often. Messages come in bulk. But
Did you say the name Ingot?
yes, does that name ring true with you, or?
Yes, we have a companion by the name of Philo. He's been searching for Ingot.
Oh. Damn Mushroom as a family. That's incredible to hear. What's Philo like?
Philo is very old and very wise. He's a truly heartfelt and supportive companion. He's guiding us through hard times. We are actually assisting in protecting the village in the valley.
Interesting. Come, sit by our fire. You are an honored guest here amongst us.
We're just inviting anyone. What happened?
He is one of the Soulbound, and he's one of the Voden Knights.
What the fuck? Holy shit, it's a fucking Warforged! You'll see as Atlas will look over as they've been kind of just tinkering away. They just sort of look over like, what? They'll just fucking.
I know!
Holy shit! Wait. Hold on. Manners? Does he have No, he doesn't have manners. He'll look over, he just sprints over, and just like, wait. You, are you from Nazgul Specialties? Answer this quickly. I need to know.
Nazgul's specialties. You mean the ones that make the mechanical beast?
Yes. That one. Yes.
I am not.
Shit.
Is the cat from Nazgul Specialties?
Certainly not.
As far away from it as possible.
Fabio is hiding behind Zephyr, like kind of crouching and like looking over his shoulder, and you say you're with the Voden Knights, are you?
Yes, I am.
Huh. Met them. They didn't mention you. Well, they didn't mention you were.
You've been to the valley. You've met the Voden Knights.
Yes. I have. What is your purpose here? Are you here to kill us?
Everyone's so filled with curiosity. You sure don't like metallic things.
Nope.
I have no ill will towards any of you. I came to, 1, deliver my messages and purpose, and 2, see how I can assist you with whatever you're doing. I remember I mentioned the tournament. This doesn't look like you're on your way there.
No, currently we're not straight on our way to Bayani. From the moment we have awakened, we have been traveling to the Forbidden Expanse to meet one of the other groups. They call themselves the Kindred Spirits. I don't know your relation to them, but we
Ah.
need to meet with...
You mean the group that travels with Zell?
I know only one of them, Creelan. But would this be the same group?
I'm not familiar with one named Krillin. Can you describe him to me?
An
I know
Aarakocra.
Yes, I've met them as well. Very nice people.
Perfect.
Are you
Has
trying to
met
kill them
everyone.
too?
I
Zephyr's
am not.
going. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Zephyr's going
Zephyr.
put. Zephyr's just going to put a hand on like Fabio's shoulder, kind of side hugging them to like ease their tension.
Gonna kind of melt into the hug, but still staring intently at Zaman.
I don't intend to kill anyone. Actually, me and Zell are actually quite good friends. He communicates with me pretty effectively.
What about Phoebe?
Did you say Phoebe?
Yes, I did.
Phoebe is interesting to say the least. Our relationship with her is complicated.
Phoebe? Let's not get too off track. You asked what we were currently doing here. Currently, we are constructing a sled to get to the Kindred Spirits. If you wanted to help with that, that would be good.
Do you mind if I ask a quick question?
Of me?
Hey,
Of course.
Very quickly, Zephyr, you do hear a voice. Quickly, you hear Navro's voice quickly say, "Don't talk shit about Agni. I know you want to, but they like him a lot. Don't fuck up this relation. Okay?" He just says that.
how close are you to your teammate Agni?
Myself and Agni, we have been together for a very long time. Before we've even woken up here with everyone's memory wiped, we known each other. We actually have experiences here in the sands. Why do you ask?
You do share a memory of a bamboo forest. Any chance?
I do not know of what you speak.
Or any mention of a bamboo forest in your pasts?
Not to my knowledge. How do you know Agni?
Say we have some unfinished business to do with our pasts. A lot of blood, fire, to make it short. And you can tell he's got pain and loss in his voice.
Zaman will respond. So, were you comrades in arms? Did you go to war together?
Anything but.
So you're enemies?
How close are ye?
Very.
He's looking to Navro and Tamara of a face of should he tell them, should he not?
You'll hear telepathically, "This is our first interaction with them directly. Even if you want a chance, which I'm not sure we need, you have to play it cool. We need to get there. Get them all here. Be patient."
Do you eat hyena by any chance?
I have no need for food currently.
That's going to make supper real boring then. Fabio, you hungry?
Yes. I suppose I could eat.
He's going to
sigh and walk over with his peg leg back to the campfire and carry on cooking his meal, trying to brush up the swelling anger inside best he can.
Looking at his companions, particularly at Zephyr, Navro does turn back to Zaman. Don't be bothered by him. Zephyr is brash, but when it comes to warriors, he is second to none. So, he is able. Don't mind him.
I understand. I don't know what is between him and Agni, but it is none of my business as long as we all remain civil.
Call it beef, but he will. He will.
Looking close at Simon, like, does Myra or Falia have any recollection of this figure? Or this figure?
No.
I somewhat wish you had come sooner. For a while, we have had the secret steps to eliminating the starry ones. It's a long and brutal path, but it's what we need to do. I've sent them to your leader, Agni. But I could have not wasted the spell slots had you arrived earlier. It's no problem. But do know the solution is coming.
Excellent. We've been fighting the ops, so anything that would help with that would be greatly appreciated.
Question.
I think this is the first time... Oh, sorry.
Who in their group has the dots again?
You would know it to be because you've seen. Actually, no, you probably haven't. Yeah, you probably wouldn't know who has the dots. Actually,
Well,
no, you would.
Yeah,
they
they
told you.
themselves.
Yeah, it would be Cora.
Perhaps Cora has told you about us.
You mentioned Cora? I couldn't hear you completely. It was a little bit low.
Perhaps Cora has mentioned us or told you things I've passed on to her. Him.
And who may you be?
It's a little weird right now. But you can call me Myra.
Myra. No. Cora has not mentioned anything of you.
Strange, seeing how I've talked to her quite a bit.
Have you said anything of relevance or importance?
Quite a few things.
Such as, I can pass on the messages myself.
Why don't you ask them next time you see them? We have been talking since a while back now. They've told us a lot about you.
Something important, Myra. Zaman. Cora has the black and white marks. Have they changed? Myra's have been on the fritz, they're not working.
Cora has had these marks for quite some time. I don't think they've ever changed.
Interesting. Well, if you find out, if anything happens to Cora, and you find out why, do please message us. And we'll keep more in touch with your messages. Our apologies for that.
That is not a problem. As long as we keep open lines of communication, I think we need to unite to destroy the Zhao dynasty. They are a threat to all of Odin.
We've heard about the Zhao dynasty, haven't we? Like a tiny bit.
Yes, you have.
Does the Zhao dynasty ring any bells?
For you, no.
Okay. I didn't know as a yokai.
Hey, what kind of issues do they pose?
They are an impressive regime. They use many tactics to subjugate the people of the valley, including partnering with what we call night creatures.
Night creatures? What?
Oh.
Like werewolves or what?
Not werewolves. They seem to be. Yeah. Sensei, let me know if I'm off. Do we know that night creatures are like vampires, or do we know like an actual? I know
Yeah,
Addy
you
Dark
do.
talks about it all the time.
Yeah,
Alright,
you
cool.
do.
All right. So not the werewolves, more like undead, vampiric, those that live off of others' life force, arachnid type creatures.
I like them
Interesting.
already.
Oh, just so you're aware, I am undead myself. Not a night creature. Fortunately. You, however, are warforged. Were you always like this? It's quite a remarkable build, if you don't mind me saying.
You'll see Zaman. I've made a few upgrades. It wasn't like this when I first got into this body, but no, I was not always like this.
How did you do it? It's incredible.
It wasn't done by me. It was done by someone else, but I cannot speak of it.
Understandable. Did Fabio introduced their name? I'm just trying to make sure, like everyone, like all the names have a face associated with them.
I don't think Fabio introduced yet.
Right.
Yeah, Fabio and Alice haven't.
Yeah. Yeah, Fabio would have been just listening, I guess, except if he's spoken to directly.
In that case, Navro points to Atlas, and this is Atlas. He had been an adversary of ours, now an ally. Eyes Atlas for a second.
You see as Atlas is in the process of just sort of examining Zaman's astral arm, looking over at the metal and all this other stuff. It's like, this is quite fascinating. Oh shit! Oh yes, sorry about that. I am Atlas. Yes, I am an ally of these individuals. You get the sense that this individual, you've seen this before. An interest in metals, technology, and all that. It's very similar to Mao.
Copy. Zaman would say, you mentioned the Nazgul specialties. Are you associated with them, or do you know more about them?
Say that one more time.
He says, you mentioned that the Nazgul when you first saw me. Do you know a lot about them, or what the things they've created?
Yes, to an extent. I know, I've tried to sort of break into the likes of their, how you say, facility, stronghold, something like that. With the beast of my own that I manufactured out of their own sort of parts and stuff. Anywho, I know a bit, but not as much as I'd hope. I haven't been able to get too far because, well, the Stormbird is kind of destroyed, and the miniature Stormbird is kind of also destroyed. And I'm not a Warforged, so I'm kind of shit out of luck until I either change. Well, that can't fucking work. Unless I just figure out how to get a metal suit or some shit, or I'll figure out another way. Then I'm kind of screwed in figuring out their secrets.
Where exactly are you trying to go?
I'm trying to sort of figure out exactly what the hell they're hiding underground and shit. Bunch of random animals and stuff. I mean, I don't really like any of it, but I'm at least curious to figure out what it is.
We have similar goals. Do you know where their underground compound is located?
Yeah, it's there was one kind of in the snow. It was like a small sort of rift. Well, not a small. It was pretty big actually. A rift in the ground, kind of like a sinkhole, and there was a bunch of sort of robotic or armed individuals, like monsters and shit, guardians, if you will, kind of blocking the path. I think get past the first couple of initial defenses, though. Well, the second.
So, would you have knowledge about how to go deeper into these sinkholes? Because I've ran into one before, and we cleared it out completely, to our knowledge.
Well, wait, you in the snow?
It was in the valley.
Wait, what? The fuck do you mean? Are there multiple?
If it's as you described, yes.
Huh. Okay, that changes things. I mean, the one in the snow is just gonna take a frontal assault, and you're gonna, or if not that, you're gonna need to be, well, he's gonna look over towards your form. Probably a warforged to just walk on in. Now you see why I was so excited when I noticed that your form and also running with your Nazgul specialties.
Curious, Atlas, if we were to return to our sinkhole and maybe show you through my mark how it looks, would you be able to help us to access the deeper rooms?
I might be able to. I mean, actually, I don't really understand 100% how those marks things work, but I can try, I guess. It might be beneficial to both of us.
Yes. I will take a note. You and Navro, with your permission, of course, I'll be communicating with y'all once we go back to our sinkhole for maybe potential instruction and collaboration.
Absolutely. It'd be our pleasure to help further. One question. We've been going through the Voden somewhat blind. Do you happen to have any kind of map of Voden? Or anything that you've marked out of the Jaded Dragon Valley? Any better... anything to take away from the fog of war we have would be incredibly helpful.
Actually, I have been making... I have been making out a map of the valley, and it would be good to see what you have of... You said you came from the taiga, correct?
We did, yes.
So
Now,
maybe... Go ahead.
We did not take too much note of where we were going, per se, but I think we have a decent idea. It wouldn't be a map, more directions, but it would still work. Sorry for interrupting.
All good. He'll say, maybe if you can, and he'll take out the map, maybe if you can show me kinda where you could have been going through, we can kind of see how these paths intertwine.
Okay. So, for one, this is, if he's taking out this map, is it just of the valley, or is it of Voden and it's like mostly the valley filled out?
I believe it would be, yeah, because you didn't have a map beforehand, so yeah, it should just only be like a rough scribbling of the valley.
Now, we know where the valley is relative to our position currently, and more importantly, where the mountain was, right?
You can see the mountain. Do you know where the valley is? That is a question. I don't think so. Zaman could just probably tell you, though, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, he'll let you know. Can we see the mountain currently?
Yeah, well, The mountains, let me make sure. Probably too far in the distance. I mean, anybody with like a super high pass perception could probably find it. But you would at least see the eye in the sky from afar, because that is massive, like ridiculously huge, almost taking up a huge chunk of the entire thing. But as this is sort of happening, you would be able to converse that, giving them like pointing them out. From the expanse to the east would be the Azure Taiga. Towards the north, the north would be
north?
the Jaded Dragon Valley.
Okay. So Navro, again, not to like overuse his intelligence too much, but intelligence is also the ability to recall. I would be able to give a really pretty good idea of like the directions and the general path that we had laid out relative to his map, right?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So, pen in hand, he is going to sort of sketch out the general layout that he has best of the taiga relative to where it was for the valley, keeping it in as best the like resemblance of what Zaman has already done. He's doing it quite slowly. Navro is a very scribbly writer, so he's doing his best, but he does finish up and gives you a rough idea of like what they had traveled through.
As you begin to do so, it's a decent bit, but it's definitely interesting as you've never really been to the Azure Taiga, Zaman.
Copy. I appreciate the assistance. And Atlas, can you mark the sinkhole on here?
Yeah. Question. Why exactly do you want to go to the sinkhole in the first place?
If what you're saying is correct, I believe it is connected to a place called the Forbidden City, which is a place that I need to go.
Oh.
Well, fair enough. So CZ kind of marks it down. It doesn't really matter too much to him. He'll mark down and circle out the area where the sinkhole would be located. But granted, actually, make sure I got this right. Comparing the maps, he'll kind of look over and say, we're gonna need a bigger map of this thing. You have bits and pieces of the valley, while these individuals have the Azure Taiga. It's not really gonna do you much good if I just circle somewhere off the map and kind of looking over towards you, Zaman. You guys are we're gonna need to put these things together at some point.
I agree. Maybe I never asked. You refer to them as the Kindred Spirits. I never asked them if they have a map of the Forbidden Expanse. Maybe putting the three together will give us a picture of where everyone is at.
You're planning on meeting them soon? Could relay information?
Excellent. Yes, I mean, the main thing is the tournament that is happening in, correct me if I'm wrong, Sensei, I'm going to say 3 months? 2 months?
3.5 months.
The tournament has happened in 3.5 months. That is the top priority.
Not my opinion.
Mara, did you say something? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not my opinion.
What is your top priority then?
Guess that's for me to know and you to find out.
We'll be there at the tournament. We have a few other things that we need to do. We need to find someone named Vitalia. Commune and talk with the Kindred Spirits. I need to personally find Rashid. And whatever is going on in that direction. We saw a massive steel tower in that direction, and it awakened some memories in some of my companions. You wouldn't happen to know anything about a large steel spire, would you?
Where did you see the spire at?
I point in the direction. Which, if he has a really high perception, he'd probably be able to see if
Yeah.
Navro could see it.
You'd be able to see, with your past perception, you'd be able to see a small, well, it's not as big as the world tree, but you would notice as there is a tower sort of scaling, not necessarily past the clouds, but it's pretty large if the fact that you can see it from here.
Copy. Does it seem familiar to me, Sensei?
No.
Copy. I have never seen this structure before. Interesting. Is it of significance to you?
No, but it's of significance to my friends. The minute I mentioned it, they had visions of themselves as other people. Most likely other echoes. So, most likely, either people in Voden have fought this before, or this isn't the first time a tower like this has popped up.
Interesting. Visions, you say?
Yes.
And you're certain these visions are accurate?
Well, I never thought of them being dishonest. At the same time, why would they be?
My only thought is the ops, they take people's memories. What if they can manipulate them as well?
Modifying memories is a mid-level spell. It's entirely possible. Though... What
So
are the...
they can in some ways.
They can. I don't think it's this, though. This might be memories of other lives. No,
That would make sense.
I'm not a diviner. I don't know this for certain. My specialty is in time magic, but...
And just, the only reason I bring it up is that I know your name is Zephyr, correct?
Hey,
You seem to have a past with Agni, and I'm curious if this is something that you've always known or something that you've recollected. Because
That's why
maybe
I
it's
said
employed
I
by the
hope
ops.
so. That's why I say I hope so. Truly hope so.
Zaman, you hear a voice in your head, and it is a different voice from Navro. It is similar, but it is guttural and has a different accent.
Make no note of the voice in your head. Don't react to it. But just play sensitive with Zephyr. Don't make things too big. Keep it cool. Keep it calm. Okay?
And Lens.
Okay, really quick.
Yep, Zaman want to react. He will say, but yes. One other thing I mentioned.
Hold on, real quick.
What?
Myra was gonna say something real quick.
Oh, my bad.
All good.
Okay, real quick. Is the cat always been here, and I've just been blind?
Alia knows her well. Him, her, they.
He, them. Myra, that is Fabio Foxglove, Frederick von Philomel.
Ah, Myra, right. I felt I sensed the multitude in you. Well, it's quite a pleasure to meet you, darling. And yes, I have made the acquaintance of Thalia, and she's quite a lovely little soul. Respects you greatly.
Squinting her eyes at you. Too much glitter. I'm not a fan of you already.
Oh, well, she did mention that, but don't worry. I'm sure we'll find a common ground soon enough.
Ingot's been gone quite a while, by the way. Said something about training. Any of you know about that?
Yes.
I'd probably say at this point, roughly, he would be probably returning back. Yeah, I'd probably say around this point he would be done with what he needs. I was just trying to let everybody sort of do whatever they need to sort of do, but yeah, it'd be kind of at this point, Ingot, you would begin to look over and you would see as the individual of the Oni themselves, they begin to look over and as you're, it's more so you would notice as though you're, how do I explain this from Ingot's perspective? Like, it would be more so rather than you getting tired or you getting banged up, you would notice as your weapon is more so feeling the effects of hitting multiple individuals multiple times with brute strength, and it's starting to degrade your weapon over time. You're looking over and noticing it. You'd also notice as the kanabo that the Oni would begin to wield is also the same. Though there's not really much damage on the likes of their form, their skin, you would notice as their armor itself is definitely dinged up tremendously. You look over and at this point the individual will begin to say, "Good. You fight well. You fight. Like hill. Not getting. Fight like mountain."
Me mountain.
As you would do so, you'd see as, I teach you mountain stance, but you want kanabo, right?
Me do.
No give now. You earn. You fight. But not now. Later. Find me again in sands. Find horns. Find Dream Slayer.
Me find later.
Good. That being said, you'll see as the individual will begin to look over. Must find Jade. Ingot. Win. Win. When people show where Jade at. Where teleporter.
Me no.
Ask. Soon.
Me will ask.
I imagine this is from our perspectives, but like to Ingot and the Oni, this is like an incredibly intelligent conversation of, oh my good sir, do you ever know the location of the Jade?
Yeah. But as he'll just say good, and then he'll begin to just sort of sit down onto the ground, plopping himself in the sand, look up towards the sort of sky. Actually, no, he probably wouldn't sit down. He'd actually probably go off further into the sands and more, and begin to start looking and hunting for individuals using his sight. That, Ingot, what do you say or do?
Damn, I don't have speak with plants because I used it before. I was gonna ask the plants where Jade is.
Fair enough.
Well, if the Oni is gone, Ingot will return to the group, I suppose.
You got it. As you begin to do so, Ingot, you slowly return back to the likes of the campsite, and you see as the individuals are sort of talking, conversing amongst themselves for a bit. With that, you see as they're talking to a newer individual made completely out of metal, golden bits and more. Also made out of minerals on top of that.
It's definitely going to get
Uh-oh.
very, very close to them. And he's gonna do the usual where he starts leaning down closer and closer with his mouth open.
Do you have any coins on you?
Zaman will take out a gold piece and he'll flip it up and says, "Yes, I have a piece of gold."
Yeah, you might want to bribe him so he doesn't eat you.
I think it's still just gonna keep leading closer. Yeah, no one said anything.
You see as the massive mushroom is just looming over, getting ready to consume you. You're pretty convinced. I mean, you've seen them before, but actually seeing them in person is another thing. They are definitely massive.
You'll see Zaman back up and say, "This one needs to learn personal space."
It's gonna just keep following.
You see Zaman start to prepare a whole person like, "Whoa, hey, why is he so close to me?"
Ingus, don't eat our new friend.
He looked tasty.
I know, but let's not.
Can we nibble a bit?
We got some cooked up hyena over here for you, Ingot. Something proper in your belly.
But he looked tasty.
I'm going to with the hyena stew. I'm gonna see if I can reach over and with some range prestidigitate so it's really sparkly and glittery and just vibrant colors.
Look, it's beautiful.
Fabio, do you have any more of that glitter?
Yes. Sorry, I was distracted for a sec there. Ingot's eating Zaman.
Just getting close to him, ready to do a little bit of a gumming.
We're making him a good hyena stew. I was wondering if you had glitter as seasoning.
Of course. And he's gonna do a little poof.
And Zephyr would put some electricity into it as well. Make it extra. Just extra. Yeah.
I think it's gonna look at Zaman. Can we have nibble?
Hey, that is. You see Zaman, he's just taking it back. That is inappropriate. I don't. No nibbling, please.
Darling, please don't eat our new guests. Come sit with me, darling.
I think it's gonna say, me sad.
I know, sweetheart.
He's gonna go eat some stew.
It's very sparkly stew. It basically glows in the bowl and in his mouth.
It's fucking radioactive.
I think it's gonna quickly dash back over. Me remember. He's gonna lean down to Zaman. Do you know where the crabs are?
The crabs.
We need to find the crabs.
You gotta ask the questions, man.
The crabs. Does that ring true to me, Sensei?
Hell no.
The crabs. I'm on to say I do not know what you're referring to, but I do know a companion of yours by the name of Philo.
Me talks to Philo. He no crab.
He's been searching for you. He's been asking if you're okay, and he'll see how big Ingrid is and says, "Yeah, clearly okay."
Me big, me mountain. I think it's gonna enter his new stance.
Oh my god.
He's doing a
What
JoJo
does
pose
this-
while saying mountain.
Yeah.
What does this entail? I need to know. It's been so long.
You would probably actually. Seth, do you got something in mind, or you want me to do it?
Ingot just, with his fists, he just stands together, pulls his fists in, puts him into the ground. You just see Ingot just goes from there's no gaps in Ingot anymore. It's now just very solid, rock-like mushroom now.
That was pretty much what I was going for, yeah.
You'll see Zaman tap him to see how firm he is. And he says that is quite impressive, to say the least. Do you still commune with your people back in the valley?
Me only talk to Philo.
Hey, Ingot. Can I test something?
Go
He's
for it.
swinging his anchor.
Ingot isn't even looking at you. He's just totally unconcerned.
And he whacks Ingot. I mean, he knows that he's not going to injure Ingot.
I mean, you're free to make an attack roll. I don't care.
Yeah,
Also,
I know, I'm not
you
even...
can assume your new subclass in the likes of D&D Beyond and change all that stuff up whenever you get the chance. But with a 7, nat 1, you swing.
Do I get advantage because he's standing still?
I would say yes, but considering it's Ingot and this is gonna be him the entire campaign, probably not.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's more so not necessarily that he's standing still. You know Ingot. It's more so, can you actually make him feel pain? And that one, ting, no.
Hey,
Oh shit.
looking pretty firm, man. I need to get some fucking practice. Jesus Christ.
Me good practice. Try again.
I actually will, actually.
Yeah, he's just going to do this.
I know he's perfectly fine, and frankly, I need practice.
He's going like multitasking, eating the soup, and just like spinning his anchor and just unleashing it on him.
Through the helmet?
He
You
doesn't
see
have
those
his
holes?
helmet on him.
No, they're the holes in the helmet. He just puts the spoon between them.
I'm just imagining it's like pouring it. Hey!
Wait, no. What's
Wait,
her
hold
armor
on,
class
hold on.
right
What are
now?
you, wait,
19,
what are
actually.
you doing? Why are you just rolling? Hold on. What are you doing?
He's
Zephyr is
trying
just
to-
hitting him over and over again. He's just using this for target practice, man.
Also, my AC is meant to be 19, not 18.
Yeah. So, at this
That
point,
misses.
I mean, after a
Zamar
bit
is
of
so
time, I mean,
confused.
eventually, sure, you do hit him at a bit of time, but it seems to be. I mean, you've seen Ingot fight this entire campaign. He's never really felt anything or really like shown himself.
Oh,
in
this
pain.
isn't for that. This is just like a wall to practice on.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Don't
why are
dull
you-
your blade.
you're deaf. Hold on. Let me fix that.
It's an anchor. It's fair.
Yeah, I meant to put +6.
Okay.
Yeah, I put in 6, not +6. Big brain.
Hey, anyways.
Was
Yeah.
it? Go ahead, Zephyr.
Well, I was wondering before the sun eventually cracks open, however the fuck it works. Inga, could you help me on the ship? The rest of you, if you don't mind it.
Yes, actually, I need a little bit more help if we want this thing moving now. I'm
Hey.
almost done, but I just need a couple more hands and then we can get the hell out of here.
Hey,
can-
Inga, see how much you can bench.
I can
You'll see.
I can assist with building the ship as well. I've built many things back in the valley.
You'll see now, as he knew Ingot was strong before, but somehow he seems significantly stronger. And he just picks up like just the full front half of the ship and kind of just puts it into place.
Nice.
Holy shit! The fuck is this guy been eating?
Yeah.
Ingot is now
What the-
twice as strong as he was.
What
He's
the
even
fuck did-
stronger.
What the fuck kind of shit did you put in your body out there? What the fuck?
I
Me
love it.
mountain.
Jesus Christ.
Zaman, yes, if you could help us. Please, dear God, I want to go to sleep.
Hey, do we have the cabins built in yet?
Cabins, the fuck are you talking about? This thing is only made for transportation, not a living home.
Do I put it in my blueprints?
Wait a
Few
minute,
hammocks thrown on the side?
I mean, a hammock is a different thing from like an actual bungalow or some shit. But yeah, it's got
Yeah.
that.
Hey, that's what every ship needs. It needs a hammock.
I mean, yeah, it's like, fuck it. We'll figure it out in the final design.
You could just, if you, well, we've designed homes in the valley. If you, and then he'll kind of explain how the homes look in the valley and kind of recommend how to make cabins in the ship.
As you begin to do so, you, Zaman, for the sake of brevity, you explain the sort of ins and outs of it, and it makes sense for the most part, right? Zephyr, you were kind of thinking like, huh, that's an interesting idea. Maybe you want to consider it. Navarro, you're able to pretty much understand this almost, like, makes sense. You're not necessarily an architect, but you get the general idea. Pretty much able to pick this up fast. But
Well, if he knows a lot about cities and, like, city building, he would know how to build a house, right?
fair. Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then yeah.
Hmm.
Seeing versus making is a bit different, I will say, but yeah.
That is true. But regardless, it's more so you understand exactly what Zaman, or you understand for the most part what Zaman is saying at the end of the day.
Okay.
But
You can re-import anytime, Sensei. I changed.
you got it. But as this is sort of going on, Atlas would probably sort of ask if you're... if anybody's helping out with this, we can... If everyone's helping out pretty much, we can probably get this thing done in like only a couple more minutes, so if you can get our hands on deck, that'd be good.
Hey, I'll take the room on this area, and
He's kind of made an extra large hammock, extra sturdy.
Hello?
seems good.
Okay. I thought you were losing it for a second. You were just really, really involved in that hammock. Yeah, we need the other people
Well,
for
I'm
this.
fucking tired. I mean, we haven't really slept. I've only just eaten after so many days.
Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's understandable. All right, let's get this shit done.
How are you going to pilot this vehicle? Or is one of you a sailor?
Oh,
I
yes.
am. Hey, and we got like golden steeds. I got a few triceratops, and we got big ol' ingot.
We have a flesh triceratops, a Nazgul specialties triceratops, and the world's strongest mushroom. Which-
Nazgul specialties triceratops.
Hey,
Yes, it was accompanying the other one.
And you
they're over
these-
there. If you, he like points you over to the triceratops. They're there. They're just chilling. Zephyr gave them like a bit of food. Well, he gave the flesh one a bit of food as promised.
What? Okay. As this is sort of happening, if that's the case, so do you go and ask Myra, Fabio, and get to help out like Atlas said?
Yeah, I thought that's what we were doing. No?
Oh, okay.
So it,
Sure,
I said that
Fabio's
to
gonna
Got it,
come over.
gotcha.
And he's gonna cast enhance ability on guessing Atlas is helming this.
Not necessarily, and no need to cast a spell or anything like that. You're casting the spell thematically, but no need to sort of subtract a spell slot or anything like that. It's more so between all of you, if you are helping and assisting, there's no need for a roll. It's more so this is able to speed up the process significantly. Now, that said, as you all are constructing,
If I'm able to just help speed up the process even further, just make Ingot even stronger, Navarro pulls out a hand, rises it up, and is going to cast Enlarge on Ingot.
easy peasy. Again, no need to sort of deduct the spell slots and all that stuff, but as you guys are kind of using your own sort of means of spell slots, abilities, or even that of skills, one by one, with the help of this new individual in Zaman, the process goes by a lot faster, especially with the newfound strength in ingots. You guys are all able to construct this sand sled device within only a little more than a half an hour. It is amazing how fast you guys are able to work with this sort of thing, but it's almost reminiscent to when you all were on the mountain, or some of you at least were on the mountain with the likes of Seven Souls, constructing the ingot ballista and tower. With a bit of sort of direction, a bit of sort of, a little bit of ideas and authority, you guys are able to, between all of you, converse, collaborate, and you're able to construct this massive thing. With that, you look over towards this construction of the sand sled and is now done. You look over, finally, get the hell out of here and do whatever you need to do. But that said, we're gonna head over towards Folia. What would you, Folia, what would you kind of be doing at this moment in time? Limbit?
I'm not too sure actually.
All
Other
good.
than, trying to talk to that one voice. There's nothing else that she has in her head.
All good. As you begin to do so, what do you say to said voice?
Hey, me again. I think it's about time we get to know each other. For instance, let's start off. I'm Myra. Who are you?
Alright. As this is sort of said, Myra, make a persuasion check. This is your faith check.
Wow.
Hold on, wait.
I have an
How far
inspiration.
am I? Oh, nice.
18. Got any knowledge of a past life?
I do.
You want to use it.
I am.
21. You'll see as you begin to converse to the individual, and you'll notice as the candles amongst your sort of deer antlers and more, you'll see as they begin to flicker for a moment and they start shifting and turning from that of a blue light to that of an astral light for a moment. You see as it begins to light each one after the other before it begins to speak and it begins to say, I know your name. We know your name. You know us well. Why do you seek us?
I seek you for the same purpose of knowing why you know me, if that makes sense.
So, then you wish to join us?
Oh, so that's who you are. Must be ashamed that I escaped you once.
Is this all that you seem to be or want to say?
No.
Insult us like you've done so to petty gods?
I do agree they are petty, miserable beings. However...
For once we agree.
Thank you. However, I do know you serve a purpose, though I may not know that purpose. I'll offer you the same offer I once offered your friend. You can join me, or you can be eaten. The choice is yours.
Petty threats once more. We do not care for them. Myra, Folia, do you not understand? You are nothing without us. Your power, what you were, it is us. You can't try to fear us. Stop trying, fool.
Who said anything about trying to scare you? I just wanted to know you to know your position in this world. And soon, That's gonna be below me.
You know, you're not the only one. The only soul that got their power from us. From me. 4 individuals. Long ago. As arrogant, eager, and more. But as the cycle demands, they all fall. You'll be the same. You show no hope. You show no, how you say, things to look forward to. Stop acting like hot shit when you're nothing, girl.
I like your attitude. Finally, a voice of reason.
Now, if I were you, I think that you have other things to deal with rather than talking to the voices and the spirits in your head. Look down, fool.
To the marks, I'm well aware.
And you'll see as Folia, you look towards your palms, and they are empty. No golden serpent, no black serpent, not even an astral one. They are empty.
Audibly, you can hear Myra just cackling. Into a super, what would you call it? I guess like Tasha's hideous laughter.
As you begin to do so, you look over, and all of you would kind of notice as you're like, wow, good job, team. We did it. Just built this boat. Heck yeah. What the fuck is that? And you just hear Myra just cackling to herself, laughing like a madman.
Don't burn the boat down, please.
I'm free.
Free from what?
She's gonna hold out her palms.
You look over, and there is nothing there.
Elaborate.
Did you have the dots?
I did.
Are you going to explain what happened or keep it a mystery?
I've always been honest. I'm not sure why they disappeared. I'm also sure I figured out something else. And what I want to say about that, it's got a great attitude and a good outlook on life.
That's who I'm thinking. You can cut the long dramatic pauses and just cut to the chase if you like.
I want to hear what you think it is.
We know what it is.
Hey.
Are you no longer one of the soul-bound?
I think this isn't just me. I think this might pertain to everyone else with the same mark.
Are you saying Cora is in danger?
Possibly.
It's good information. Are you saying that everyone sharing the same marks are, not to say impact with, but attaining to the starry ones?
No. I don't know where you got the starry ones from, but I am going to say I think this has to do with the loss of Spike.
How so?
She was one of the wielders of Dendar. Our mark was supposed to protect them. Looking dead ass at Navro. And she just so happened to die.
So this spec was a part of your group.
Yeah.
And who is the
Yeah,
Black
she
Star
was.
wielder?
Navro turns around, cringing like a fucking.
Are you sure
Murder.
you...
Take off the glove and show the black mark.
It wasn't his fault.
Something
No,
happened. I was controlled.
You are controlled.
Yes.
That is interesting, because our Black Star wielder says they have full control of their actions.
What do you
Which
mean?
one is that?
Agony.
I have a story about Agni, which I might as well share given this relevance. Long ago, I left my home when I went to be guardian, or the one I was guardian of. By the time I came back, it was up in flames. My family, my friends, my community, everyone perished. I'm thinking you know who I'm talking about.
You think Agony is the one that burned down your village and killed
I
your
don't
family?
think I saw the blasted fucking turtle torching down my loved ones. But given the current thing with Navro, then fine. Maybe let's assume that this was going on way before and possibly he was controlled. But otherwise, frankly, don't look forward to the tournament.
And when you've always had these memories, is there not memories you got recently? Like,
Memories I got recently, yes. And yeah, I am considering a lot more details. But don't utter a word of this to Agni. I want to ask him personally myself.
and you're certain
Mhm.
that these memories are your own and accurate, that they are reality and not something that was created by the ops.
Find out.
Okay.
Are you okay, Myra?
Your mic is on if you think you're muted.
Whoops. Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Just replying to us like, okay, yeah.
Never would come to Zaman and kind of, if allow, like kind of put a hand on the shoulder. Look, and this is kind of like more like just like to. He's not making it like super quiet, but it's to Zaman and Navro. Look, you don't have to worry about us doing anything wrong. We'll unite these groups. You don't have to worry about it. Things go out of line. And you hear both Navro and that guttural voice before say in unison, I'll handle it. And then only Navro. Okay? Zaman, you might be muted. Ooh.
Sorry,
There we
Ninja.
No worries.
Easy peasy.
In that case, I'm gonna look at sorry, not Falia. Fabio. See how they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, Fabio's just been listening to the conversation.
Yeah,
Good
I'm
enough.
back. Zaman will reply to Navro and say, I hear the pain in Zephyr's voice. I'm just considering how we're all connected, wondering if it's not a trick by the ops.
Sorry. Just something. Could you say that again, Seaman? Sorry.
Yeah, I got you. He'll say, I hear the pain in Zephyr's voice, but considering how we're all connected, I'm curious if these memories and visions aren't a trick by the ops. If he had not lost his memories like many others, I wouldn't doubt that this is all true, but
Even
I'm
if,
uncertain.
think about it, this entire time we've been fighting possessed people. People possessed by the Starry Ones, by the Ops. Sophia, if Agni was possessed, he might have been. And even if not so, that memory could be forged. I'm not doubting the validity of your statements, but...
And looking to Zaman, and back to Zephyr,
we must make sure.
a hand on Zephyr's shoulder.
You don't want to go after the wrong people who've done this to you.
His teeth are gritting and his muscles are flexing, but again, I'll ask him personally.
Might not be the most valid source, but something. And if it is the Starry Ones who have done this...
And Zephyr, you hear both voices.
I'll gladly help you.
Navro widens his eyes slightly, but kind of straightens himself up again, and
So you had no
slightly.
idea about the other person in there?
Forgive me.
Did you somehow lie during the zone of truth?
Zephyr, that's impossible.
Answer me properly.
How could I have?
So you've only just
Legitimately.
realized, you've only just found out recently. Elite?
Navro looks dumbfounded, though Zephyr, you do hear in your head,
Don't try and play it up. Be cool. Pretend to play dumb.
You and me are going to have a chat later on. Deal? His eyes are burning, just with built up rage, and you know it to be from the death of Spike, just the sorrow that led from that.
You know very little. We'll see how things are handled once we meet the Kindred Spirits. We're gonna play this smoothly. You have bigger things to worry about. So pretend that everything's fine for now.
And my friends, don't worry about.
mind you, Zephyr is just talking to Navro, who is not like who's just like kind of looking at him,
but not saying anything.
Not saying anything. You do see Navro looking at you like a little dumbfounded.
Zephyr, who are you talking to? It doesn't matter, we need...
Can I make a insight check on Navro, please?
Go for it.
Let's hope for a high one. I will use my inspiration.
Oh,
fucking hell!
Dice said no. Dice
What the fuck is wrong with Zephyr? Whenever it becomes a pivotal, whenever there's a pivotal point, I could never roll well.
A wise man said, "The dice want what the dice want."
Did you already use inspo?
You already used inspo.
Unfortunate.
I apologize if I did something. I meant no offense. But,
We'll talk on the ship, okay?
Sure. Atlas, Zaman, are there any other modifications we can do for this ship? Or should we just go to sail?
If we take any longer on this thing, we might as well make this place our fucking home.
Hey, everyone, get on. We can get some rest. I'll sail us in the direction. Atlas, once you're awake, we can start building. Strengthen our bond with everyone. Make sure everyone lives a little bit longer, alright?
Okay.
I do have one question, purely out of curiosity.
Real quick, I gotta say, out of game, I gotta go.
Oh,
That's
Okie
all
dokie.
good. All good.
Catch
what
y'all
is it,
later.
Zaman?
Zaman's gonna say, how did you tame that mechanical Triceratops?
It's just been following the other Triceratops. It seems quite placid and passive. Is it meant to be aggressive? We've fought some Nazgul specialty robots, but this one seemed peaceful.
Atlas,
Huh?
you built the Stormbird. Was that the parts of the Nazgul specialty, like a living one before it?
Yeah, just bits and pieces. So some living, some just I crafted it myself.
So when you were taken apart, did you notice any, and frankly, this is way out of my depths that I know of magic. Do you know of any, recording devices like that sending stone you demonstrated?
Specifically on the Nazgul stuff, right?
Is it... Well, are they recording for Nazgul specialty, relaying information a bit like Myra's flock of familiars?
Now that I do not know, but that's kind of concerning if that is the case.
You might have to run I wouldn't know diagnostics. You would have to run you'll have to test it out. You might be able to get some information and... Well, wonder if you can counterspell it or reverse it.
I mean, I'd be able to look into it if I actually had it here, but I don't. I need, I mean, I have the Stormbird pieces, but I mean, that one didn't have anything. I'm not sure.
I mean on the robotic Triceratops. If you can do it externally, then good.
You see, as
If we find any more, then we'll find out.
you see, as he kind of looks over towards the Triceratops and kind of just has a eureka moment.
Yes. I can do this. I'll try
We're
to...
not making this place our home, so do that later, okay?
Fair enough. Can we actually get into the ship?
And
Hey,
Let's do that.
Me can
And-
pull.
Thank you very much.
Zaman
Can you
hold on, Zaman was saying something.
Yeah, Zaman was just mentioned. Atlas were in the valley. We're trying to figure out how to control the mechanical creatures. So any knowledge you learn could be quite useful to us, and we'll share just the same.
That would be incredible. Yes, I don't know too much about mechanics, but Atlas here could give you as much as you need while we're on the ride.
Excellent. And then just remember, he'll raise his hand and show his mark. He'll kind of look at Ingot. Make sure you check this. You'll see, I guess, shiny things is what you like.
Me like shiny.
Then touch this. This shows shinies.
So what was that? I missed that. Something.
He was
shows
pointing to
shinies.
the red triangle mark on your palm, in his palm.
Me like shinies.
Simple man.
Ingot,
Simple wants.
can you help me get the Triceratops? Is that what they're called? Yeah. Could you help me get them set up?
As you say, help you get them. Ingot's gonna walk over and try to like lift them onto his shoulder and walk them over.
Don't do that to the fleshy one! I mean, I don't even know if they like it or not. I wouldn't know. I know some of you can talk to animals, so maybe help out. Anyways, let's get them saddled up and let's set sail. Test out this beauty.
Alright. And as you sort of do, you'll see as one by one, the individuals of the descent will begin to start piling into the likes of this sand sled. Eventually, as you guys begin to do so, you lead the likes of the Triceratops to basically get affixed in more with the likes of Ingot sort of leading the likes of the charge up ahead. As this begins to happen, it is like a makeshift sort of Santa Claus sled, but hey, we'll get the job done. As this happens...
It's a fucking beauty. What the fuck are you talking about?
But as you guys begin to get settled and ready, Zaman, you'd look over and you'd see as the Keeper Camino specifically would begin to look over towards you, and as they do, they will begin to slowly begin to apparate and appear. Oh, I guess I didn't get rid of their token, but they would have been gone a long while ago. But they'll walk over and begin to say, alright. Zaman, I can no longer, or I probably won't be able to hold your soul here for the time, or for much longer, so if you do need to handle any last final conversations or say your goodbyes, now would be the time, as it's running thin.
Yeah, Zaman was to say, I appreciate the hospitality and the information sharing. We'll keep in contact, and if you need any guidance about getting to the valley, just let us know.
Not staying for the ride?
Unfortunately, we're dealing with some things in the valley that I must return for. And with the fact that the marks on Myra disappeared and she said Cora may be in danger and must go and help and inform the group.
Thank you for what you've given. You've been an incredible help. And if you need any help in return, especially with your compatriots, do not be afraid to ask.
Of course, we'll be in contact soon. Just remember, the red triangle shows shiny Ingot.
Me like shiny.
See as he has the ropes and more ready to go. You'll look over as Keeper Camino begins to sort of open the cloak once more. And with that, Zaman, do you step through?
Yep.
As you do, the Warforged Druid's form will begin to slowly disperse. And as they do, they'll begin to look, or Keeper Camino will look over towards the rest of the descent, and they will begin to say, right. So, best of luck with your sort of venture and more. I will see if Rokars will be returning back to you. Hopefully they will, soon, but you know how it is with souls inactive and active every now and again. But best of luck to you, soulbound. And with that, you'll
Hey.
see.
Take care.
We'll
Safe
see.
travels.
We'll
So
see if
before
he-
the keeper
Oh,
goes,
God.
can you talk to him? Yes, okay.
It's that online
You-
thing of like,
Oh, wait, are you done? Are you done talking? Or?
You have to appreciate the grind, okay?
Ingrid's gotta hold out a copper piece to keep a Camino. Can we trade, actually hold out platinum piece and hold out a copper piece. Can we trade these for these?
Ingrid. Oh my, you're trading him a copper piece. Wait, no, you're trading him a platinum piece for another copper piece, right?
Ingrid's trying to imply like at some sort of an exchange rate because Ingrid doesn't know true value, but he knows the platinum's shinier.
Okay, so you're basically saying if I have enough coppers, can I basically get a platinum eventually? Is that what Ingrid's trying to say?
He's trying to say how many coppers can he get for a platinum?
Ooh, he's in for a rough lesson.
Ingot wants shinies.
Oh my god, hold on, I gotta do the math.
Ingot's the type of guy who just walks up to a bank with like a bucket load of change and asks, "Can I buy an ice cream, please?"
No, he's the type to walk out to
Oh,
a bank
no.
with a $100 note and
Oh,
ask for
no.
5-cent coins.
Oh wait, hold on, that's Terraria. That's not D&D. Thank God. Okay, cool.
I believe. is
I
it
was gonna
like
say
1,000
1
copper?
million. It was. I looked it up and it was Terraria's 1 million copper coins for 1 platinum. I'm like, there ain't no way.
Damn,
There ain't no
inflation's
way.
gone bad.
That would have been hilarious. You just give Ingot 3 million copper pieces because you fucked the
Jesus.
exchange. I think it's 1,000 because one
Yeah, it's
copper is
1,000.
100 GP.
Yeah, it is. So he'll look over at you and say, well, that would be about 1,000 copper coins for a platinum. I mean, I could do so, but I'm not really I'm not really much of a merchant or anything like that. I don't really carry money like that every now and again. But I can get it to you this one time if that is what you wish.
Me would like very much.
Very well. Alright. That being said, he's going to look over towards you and he's gonna just start reaching into his pouch. Kind of look in. No, that's not gonna be enough. Begins to put it back, pulls out a bigger pouch. And. Alright, I think that should be good enough. You'll see as he begins to slowly start manifesting and beginning to slowly start casting a bit of strange magic. Anybody interested, you can make an Arcana check to see what type of magic it is.
Ingot's interested. Shinies are happening.
Mm-hmm.
May I make an Arcana check?
Go for it. Anybody. 16, 18.
Oh, now
13.
I get a decent roll. Okay, thank you.
So this is similar to the likes of Keeper Cause. It is divine magic, but it is a lesser divine magic for sure. Looking over at it though, it would be or fall under the likes of conjuration, specifically. You see, as he is more so conjuring money and also moving it, manipulating it, similar to the likes of a mage hand's cantrip. But as he does so, he'll look over and pass you a massive sort of bag of coins that is heavy to all hell, but to you, Ingot, it's barely freaking anything for you, buddy.
Me, thank you. And Ingot's gonna give Camino a rock. Let's see.
Which kind? Which kind?
What kind of rock is it today?
Let's find out. It is an ocean rock. Camino
Nice.
gets an ocean rock.
He'll hold it in his hand. Charming.
For you.
Thank you. He's gonna pocket the ocean rock and then look over.
It's probably covered in runes too. Just like giant runes.
Probably. As he does so, he'll sort of nod. Thank you, Ingot, for being a good soul. Okay. Alright, I gotta get going. I will get you, a couple of these things. And also, Zephyr, also, Navro. I look forward to probably our next meeting. I do have something in particular for your specific souls. Some things that I'll find a little bit enticing.
What exactly? I'm not in the mood for surprises.
Don't worry, it will be fine. It won't be bad. It'll be good. Trust me. Something to keep you all going for a bit longer. And with that,
Thank you,
forward to it.
Reno.
with that, you'll see as he begins to slowly begins to bring the cloak over with the astral light, and as he does so, he will begin to vanish. With that,
Bye-bye.
Ingot, do you begin to start pulling the sled?
Ingot will start pulling the sled.
And as you do, the descent begin to look over at this sort of makeshift campsite that is no longer of use for you all. You begin to continue forth for what seem would turn from minutes to the turn, which would eventually turn to hours as you continue and travel throughout the Forbidden Expanse into the ruins. And as you make decent progress and more, you look over and you see as something's off in the distance. You look over towards the left and you notice as there's a strange astral statue. The statue that you've seen whenever there's another soul in Voden. But who that will be, well, we'll have to figure it out next week on the likes of Descent into the Dunes. Oh man.
My boy! why you do that?
I gotta do it. It's my job. Oh man. With that, thank you everybody for everyone who was able to play today, and also special shout out to the likes of Chris for being able to do this little wacky little crossover episode. Appreciate you for being able to represent the Voden Knights and the Red Triangle Mafia. Oh man. Good stuff, good stuff. They're muted at the moment, so I'll obviously thank them afterwards. But everybody, I'm gonna break down stream. I will be right back. Okay.
We got the ship, guys. We're going to finally get moving.
All right. Thank you everybody for everyone who was able to tune into the stream today. You guys are fantastic individuals. We're going to send it on over. Actually, before we do so, we have actually a lot of people in the likes of chat. So, hey, oh my God, we have 40 people. What the fuck? Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is SenseiSuplex, and I am a professional dungeon master who basically runs this giant living persistent universe known as Project Aurora. That means basically every game that I run, as well as all the other dungeon masters in the universe run, they will, all their games can affect each other in a multitude of ways, big or small. On top of that, you guys can affect the sessions in a multitude of ways as well, on top of that. So if that seems remotely interesting to you, be sure to leave a follow on the likes of the stream, as it does help us out. We're also, go make sure to like the video over on YouTube if you guys haven't done so already. It helps us out even more. But hey, if you want to follow, you may become the 2001 or 2100th follower, as we're at 2099. Besides that, we're gonna raid over into oh, also, the next stream is going to be tomorrow at the likes of 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as we're going to be featuring the 7 Souls, aka the snow-based campaign. So be sure to look into that when you can. Where is this freaking Discord? I'm trying to find it with all the raid chains. Okay, Friday, who do we raid into? Oh, no raid today. Yeah, so basically just go check out the YouTube video and more. Share the video, teaser time. I can do that real quick. Yeah, I can do that real quick. Sure. Let me upload it to OBS, and I got you. Media source. Okay. Let me go find it. Also, thank you, Theo, for subscribing over on YouTube. Appreciate you. Where is it? Let me, frick, I gotta go find it. Where the hell is it, Dread? Alright, it's over here. It's I wish you would have told me this beforehand. Can I just share my screen? Oh, I can share my screen. Perfect. We'll do that way. Alright, F11. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Alright, we're gonna bam, 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 and we're good. Nope, I'm already committed. We're doing it. Alright. So let me just play this out for you. And with that, I will see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Return the Viking themselves. See you guys, everybody. I hope you have a good one. Goodbye!